boy, you know what to bring. Ian Kennedy pitches for these Kansas City Royals, and Perez will be his catcher. Merrifield left, Kane center. Orlando plays right. Left side of the infield of Escobar and Cuthbert. Colon and Hosmer the right side. Chad Fairchild is the home plate umpire for tonight's game. Chris Guccione, that is at first base. At second base, the crew chief, Jim Joyce, and Adam Hamari is at third. Hey fans, every Monday through the rest of the season, the White Sox will feature a flash sale in which 200 tickets in select lower level seating categories for upcoming games will be available for just $10. Each sale runs for 24 hours or whenever all the tickets are gone. It's pretty good, just $10, folks. Flash sale Mondays. For full details, visit whitesox.com/flash sale. Speaking of sale, he finishes his warm-up tosses, and a reminder that our speed gun is presented by Xfinity. The Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Let's play ball here at U.S. Cellular Field. We're about ready to get underway as Chris Sale, 9-2, hopefully set the pace of this game in the right direction for the White Sox. Now, taking away the play-by-play, here's Ed Farmer.
All right, Darrin, Merrifield will lead it off. Witt at 315, no homers, 4 runs batted in. We were in Kansas City, I believe, when he first came to the big leagues, and he played second base as well as the outfield. And he could go and get the ball, but he was hitting well at AAA Omaha as well. It wasn't just by coincidence they called him up. He does not miss a fastball. He's on top of it, sitting 315. Sail to the wind is abbreviated in the pitch, inside and low for ball 1. That is thrown at 7:10 Central Time. It's 92 degrees here in Chicago. Southwest winds at 13 here at U.S. Cellular. The ball's jumping. The 1-0. A swing and a miss threw it right by him. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sailor's 6'6", 180 pounds, 27 years of age. Makes his home in Fort Myers, Florida. 9-2. His earned run average stands at 2.54. A ball and a strike on Whit Merrifield. Sale works from the third base side of the pitching rubber. Here's a swing and a line drive to center. That's a base hit.
You mentioned he can hit a fastball. Well, that was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball as Sale has decided to bring the heat tonight. Merrifield yanked the hands in and hit a tough pitch down and in into center field. That guy can hit.
Yes, he can. So the leadoff man on for Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. He's been moved from the top of this lineup, not that far down. He's moved to second place, 248 with 15 runs batted in. If you watch the replay of Merrifield's swing there, you're right. He yanked the hands in, his head down, his hands back. He's got some technique that's really good.
That's exactly right.
So looking for a double play ground ball. Escobar waits in the delivery. A swinging strike 0-1.
You mentioned looking for the double play ground ball. Chris does not induce many double plays. Gets a lot more fly balls, I would say, than the double plays. He has 2 this year that he has induced, and that's it.
I just wonder if Escobar is going to bat differently in the second slot than he did leading off, because he would take a walk leading off. Merrifield at first. Sale a long look there in the 0-1. A swing and a high pop on the play to the right. The count 0-2 now on Alcides Escobar. I thought he was one of the main reasons they went to the World Series last year. Fit in nicely and played shortstop as well as anybody.
Oh, there's no doubt that, especially the postseason, he is somebody that started things off for them, swinging the bat, generally hitting the first pitch and getting things going.
What I remember about Escobar, though, was he would work the count. Not saying he walked all the time, but he'd work the count. The 0-2 pitch down, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Escobar on the year has 9 walks, and all the time he's been up. But it seemed like when we were playing him anyway, he would work the count to 2-2 or 3-2, and then you might get him, but it was an extended at bat. Slightly open stance, right-handed batter's box. Runner at first, Merrifield. No outs, just getting started here. And a beautiful night for baseball. You know, one time it's too cold, the next time it's too hot. Today it was scorching here in Chicago. The 1-2, foul back. These are the at-bats that you look at early that transcend to a point later in the game where you say his pitch count is at 97. He doesn't go quietly, Escobar. He will stay in there if foul pitches off. I'm not saying he's not going to strike out, but he's not going to go 1-2-3 very often either.
No, he usually, as you were describing, it makes the pitcher work.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Our first look at Tim Anderson, the shortstop. Sale a long look at first at Merrifield. And now he deals the 1-2 to Escobar. Swinging a bouncing ball to Frazier at third. Could be two. Second for one. To first. A bounce and the throw. Got him. Now look at that one. 5-4-3 on the double play. It goes around the horn.
Yeah, I don't think that's one they even are going to consider really looking at. They got him just by a half stride or so at first base. First base umpire, Chris Guccione, made sure to take his time and get that call right.
So 2 outs, and here's one of the guys that's been a thorn in our side, Eric Hosmer. And I would say he's a throwback to the times when Darrin and me played, in our decades anyway. He gets 2 strikes on him. You get 2 strikes on him, especially from Sale. He's going to try to hit the ball left field.
Yeah, he's old school.
Fastball down the middle, knee highs, ball 1.
But I think if you want to describe the difference to me in Hosmer from last year and this year and previous years before the last 2 is he believes he can hit now.
The 1-0 missed, 2 balls, no strikes. Oh, yeah. And he'll look for a pitch, as we've seen before. He doesn't stride with 2 strikes, and he'll hit the ball left field from a left-handed pitcher. The 2-0 Eric Hosmer with good power, swinging a long one to left field, slicing to the White Sox bullpen. 1-0 Hosmer.
As you were saying, good power to left field. Fastball up and away. If you were to look at his body language before that swing, he was striding towards second base, but kept his shoulder closed and crushed that pitch up and away. I'm going to say this, Chris Sale's got the best velocity we've seen from him in a long time early in the game, but you also described it right out of the gate. This is a team that hits a lot of fastballs.
Yeah.
That's what that pitch was.
Estimate the distance, 355 to the Sox bullpen. Here's Kane. Wasn't able to swing at that. It's down, ball 1.
That is the first home run Hosmer has ever hit off Chris Sale.
There's a swing and a high fly ball right side. Garcia will get that a look to right field. It was well out of play. That had close to home run distance on it. It's 335 down the line and right, 330 to left. That had nothing to do with the home run Hosmer hit. It was well out of here. Straightaway center is the deepest part at 400 feet. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 to Kane down. 2 balls and a strike. I'd like to see him start throwing that curveball over.
Well, I think he's doing just like we were talking about in the open. He's establishing the fastball now. That last pitch at 98 miles an hour on the Xfinity speed gun.
That pitch, that's low. 3-1.
I really believe his last few outings have got him to a point where, in his mind, throwing that 90, 91 mile an hour, get me over fastball early in the game. They're looking for that now, and if that's the case, it's not an effective pitch anymore.
I think until he starts using his breaking pitch, which is substantial, he's got a good one. I think they're just, and rightfully so, they're going to sit on the heater. The 3-1 to Kane, a swing and a high fly ball in the short right field going out. Laurie coming in, Garcia on the sprint. Garcia puts it away. He'll keep running with the baseball. A run, a couple of hits, a home run with 2 outs after a double play by Hosmer.
Location near you. Remember, Sox fans, Jonathan Brandmeier is warming up in the bullpen right now. He'll be back on the hill Monday, 9 to 11 a.m. right here on WLS AM 890.
To the mound goes Kennedy for the Royals here in the first inning. They lead 1-0 on a Hosmer homer. Merrifield led the game off with a single to center field, then Escobar doubled them up. As the ball was hit to Frazier, started at 5-4-3 double play. Hosmer hit his 11th home run to the Sox bullpen and left, and that's how the Royals lead. Eaton will lead it off. Adam 270 with 3 homers. Kennedy's delivery, it's in there for strike 1. He's 4-4 with an earned run average of 3.44. 6 feet, 200 pounds, 31 years of age, lives in Scottsdale, Arizona. 65 in a third innings, pitched 55 hits. That's good. He looks at third for what reason I don't know. There's Kennedy, and now Eaton calls timeout.
Well, Eaton's not pleased with that first call, which was probably, half a foot off the outside corner. I think Adams trying to establish right now, don't do it. Don't call that pitch all night long on me. And it's okay. He had his say.
Here's the 0-1. Inside, 1 ball. It ticked him on the arm. Maybe he doesn't get that call if he's not talking to the umpire before.
Well, Anytime a catcher hears a guy arguing about the fact that they're giving the outside corner too much, they immediately think the hitter's now diving across the plate.
Exactly.
So you try and get him on the inside corner because he can't hit that pitch. And, well, they went too far in there, and Eden didn't bother moving his elbow. It just nicked his elbow pad.
So Abreu has been moved back to the second slot in the lineup. You haven't heard the news. Jimmy Rollins no longer with the team. He's been designated for assignment, but that can mean a number of things. There's Abreu. That one's in there for strike one to Jose. I'm going to get the release on that. Give you the exact wordage of what has happened. They've designated Jimmy Rollins for assignment. Purchased the contract of Tim Anderson, his major league debut tonight against the Royals. So what you could call a test under fire. These are the champs of baseball we're playing tonight. We're 1-5 against the Royals. 1-0, slice foul in the air out of play to the right. You beat him up and in, Darrin, with a fastball.
Yeah, it's a 94-mile-an-hour fastball in the Xfinity speed gun. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. It was right down the middle, actually, when you look at it, but Abreu caught leaning across the plate too much.
Eden had an extensive lead over there. Did you ever take a lead like that knowing you weren't going to run, and then when he looked over there, he felt comfortable, and then you took off?
You really only did that against left-handers.
The 0-2, a swing and a high pop-up. This is on the infield between the first base bag and home plate. Now Hosmer will put that one away. So a hit batter, a pop-up to first, and here's Melky Cabrera. The Milkman's numbers, 292, 4 homers, 27 runs batted in. He faces the right-hander Ian Kennedy from left-handed batter's box. He is a switch batter. He hits 280 from the side of home plate.
Now, flashing to the top of the first inning, you mentioned Chris Sale, maybe he can get the double play. I pointed out he'd only rolled up 2 this year. Well, now the anomaly of the third has shown up.
Yeah.
And he had not given up a home run to a left-handed batter since 2012.
There's a snap throw over to first. That was a quick move by Kennedy. It says he's 6 feet tall, 200 pounds. I don't think they could guess that height at Great America.
I don't think that 200 pounds could be correct either. No. I mean, come on. He's not a little guy.
1 out, 1 on. 1-0 Royals on a Hosmer homer. There's a bluff move by Eden to go to second. And did that influence Cabrera swinging?
No.
1-1.
I thought the swing was pretty good. He just missed his pitch.
Kennedy 9-15 for the Padres a year ago. This year, a 500 pitcher at 4-4 with an average of 3.44. They have unusual defense to the Royals in the infield as well as the outfield where they play. We'll get to that in this game. The 0-1, inside corner 0-2. They have the right side of the infield playing towards the middle of the diamond. They have the left fielder a bit towards the line and left, the exact opposite of the infield. Kane, the center fielder, has given up center field the gap all the way to right center. He's playing the left center. And straight up and right is Paulo Orlando. 0-2 the count on Melky Cabrera. Eden at first will draw a throw. He's back safely, no tag by Eric Hosmer, the first baseman.
And Kennedy, originally a first-round draft choice of the Yankees back in 2006, pitched for them briefly. Then went on to Arizona, pitched there for 3.5 years before going to San Diego.
From the set at the chest, the 0-2 pitch struck him out with a fastball up. Looked like he pulled his hand in and might have hurt it.
Well, he swung at a pitch that was neck high and in.
I didn't catch the velocity on that one either.
Usually that leads to making you hurt your lower back, because that was 92 miles an hour.
Here's Todd Frazier with 19 home runs. I'm going to check the totals because he was trailing yesterday Trumbo of the Orioles by 1. He had 20. Trumbo is playing in a ballpark that is a little smaller than most.
This is a pretty good place to hit, too.
We're going to have Frank Thomas up here on third, aren't we?
We are indeed.
A pitch, a hanging breaking ball, missed, ball 1. Would you call Hank the Big Herd, Frank the Big Herd when he was here?
I ain't call him Hank.
Hank, Frank, whatever you want to call him.
I call him Frank.
Want to jump on that quick? Okay.
Oh, you better believe it. I call him Hank.
Call him?
I call him Frank. I call him other things. I call him other things.
Here's the 1-0. Frazier falls that back. That hit the gate that supplies the area for our crowd, Mike, as you heard it hit it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Did you call him Bubba?
No.
I think we should do that when he's on with us.
No. Earlier today, Big Frank
Bubba
took on celebrity chef Jeff the Sandwich King Muro in a barbecue battle.
Who won?
Grilling up burgers to the delight of the food fans up on the fan grill, I believe. Fan deck, that is. Fan grill. They were grilling him with a fan. Whoa!
The 1-1 with Eaton running the ball. Throw to second base. He is out.
Yeah.
That was a laser beam of a throw by Salvador Perez, the catcher. That's 2-6 on the caught stealing, and the Sox are gone. They say 2-4 on the caught stealing. No runs. They hit batter. 204, Darrin, with 6 homers, so he must have come a long way. And Sale's delivery, right down the middle, strike 1. Remember how highly thought of he was by the Angels, and then all of a sudden, was it a celebration on a home run at home plate?
Yes.
Where he broke his tibia and his fibula, the weight-bearing bones at the bottom of the leg?
Yeah, something in his leg. Yeah, he broke it.
The 0-1, a swing and a high fly ball in the left center field. Eaton coming over along with Cabrera. Adam calls for it, and he's got the ball. 1 up, 1 out as Morales opens the Royals' second with a fly to center for Salvador Perez.
So just flashing back to when we were in Kansas City on the 28th of May, Morales was hitting 187, so he's up over 200. He's got 1 more home run and 4 more RBIs since that time.
Well, he is hitting better.
Better indeed. He's on fire. How do you say it in Spanish?
And fuego. If you're going to answer it, you should ask me.
I just wanted you to know I knew as well.
Yeah. Spanish is like a second language to you. Perez looks at strike 1. Now, this is a guy that has to be getting tired.
Who's that? Chris Sale?
No, Salvador Perez.
Tired of what?
Nothing. 1-1 the count on Salvador Perez. The 1 strike pitch. Make it 0-2. A run on 2 hits. A double play by the White Sox and a Hosmer solo home run in the first inning. We're in the second with 1 out. 1-0 Kansas City leading. And the 0-2 to Perez. A high pop right side. That's out of play. Tomorrow afternoon game here, game 2. Young will pitch for the Royals, Quintana for the Sox. The pregame show tomorrow, 12:35. Lineups at 1:03 and the first pitch at 1:10. Please join us at U.S. Cellular Field. There's an off-speed pitch fouled at home plate, and the count remains 0-2 on Kansas City catcher Salvador Perez. Draft going on. Is it finished? Did we get that from one of the supervisors, Ed Peebley?
I don't know if we're finished.
The 0-2, a swing and a miss. There's the changeup. And Sale has his first strikeout. Now he's got Perez in the bag for Paulo Orlando.
Dave just gave me this information. Thank you, Dave. He's waving at me saying you're welcome.
Is that how you say you're welcome in his language?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So
you're number 1.
Home runs by left-handed batters against Chris Sale. How about this? Brennan Bosch hit 2.
He was with Detroit then?
Yep. Travis Hafner, the other.
He was with Cleveland?
Yes.
That one's down into Orlando for ball 1. He likes the ball center away and will go to right field.
I mean, you got to do something special apparently to hit one off of Chris Sale.
Well, now Hosmer's in that group,
That's it, yeah. Hafner, Bosch with 2, and now Hosmer.
1-0, a swinging strike, 1-1. You could say Hosmer ran into it, though, couldn't you?
No, I can't say that because he nailed it the other way, just as you described he was about to.
I didn't want to jinx him, but I had to say what was on my mind. The 1-1, breaking ball, missed. 2 balls and a strike on Paulo Orlando.
I'm going to see Chris tomorrow and say, you're not going to believe this. Right before you threw that pitch, Ed was talking about Hosmer's got power the other way. Huh. Next time he's going to show you a flash card going, don't do it.
2 balls, 1 strike. And the 2-1 to Orlando, low and inside, 3-1.
How would that work if you were up here and Chris peeked up and you were holding up like red, green, yellow? Which pitch to throw?
Well, I don't know what the delineage or the.
Yeah, you work it out.
I don't know what the red, green.
You'd work it out with Chris.
What's good at 3 colors?
Fastball, curveball. Yellow is don't be scared.
Yeah, there it is. The 3-1, swinging a high pop up, short right field, down the line, sprinting. Laurie reaches out, can't get it. May have hit the tip of his glove, but valiant effort.
Yep.
So you've got the color scheme down for whatever signs I'm sending him. Red, green, and yellow.
Well, it's got to be color-coded because he's not going to see if you wrote down throw the fastball from up here.
Depending on how big he did it, yeah.
You have to put a banner out the window. Everybody
Have
said
to do
that.
4 banners, haven't they?
In your case, it'd be the,
what would be the
white
yellow?
sanitary over the right foot. You'd be like, my foot's hanging out the window. That means throw a fastball.
Folks, I've said nothing except ask him questions, and he's got me doing a lot of things here.
Sorry.
3 balls, 2 strikes on Paulo Orlando. So now just to the sign, and Orlando calls time. A lot of times when a player does that, Darrin, you saw him look straight down. That one eye, the right eye, that can look back at the catcher. You know that as well as I do. Yeah. The 3-2. Inside he walks. He's got a lot of stuff going on. He's got a knee guard. He's got a wrist guard. He's got a bat. He's going to first base with a tail walk.
I was just trying to figure out that one eye peak.
Well, when you call time and you look down, it's almost like you're looking at the pitcher, but that right eye, if it's a right-handed batter, it can wander back to that catcher and find out where he's sitting. They don't give location on anything but a fastball, usually.
Now I'm picturing like
a
chameleon.
Folks, when he's doing
this,
this,
around right and left.
He's in that spot throwing himself on the mercy of the jury. I caught him. Yeah, I can't believe they do that. There's Cuthbert with a swing and a high, lazy fly to center. And over comes Garcia at center field to make the play. He could go and play center field. He just did. And a pitch in there for strike 1. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the influence of a catcher's mitt by one Salvador Perez. It seems like he's throwing harder than the gun reading that we're getting.
94 is pretty hard.
Yeah.
But I think these guns are all fast now. Back in the early 90s, there were slower guns.
Folks, don't believe this. It's going to go to him pitching. Here's the 0-1. A swing and a miss on something upstairs, 0-2. Yeah, what did they get you on a speed gun pitching, velocity-wise?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I was going 80, 87.
Okay.
Good sinking fastball.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
That time
Gravity had something to do with it. It's no problem.
Good velocity back then.
Here's the 0-2. Swinging a ground ball to third. Cuthbert plays that. And the long throw across in time. Hosmer with some kind of a stretch over there. 5-3 on the out of Frazier. Leading off the second for J.B. Shuck.
Hey, White Sox fans, join us on Friday, June 24th for Mullet Night, presented by Great Clips. Mullet Night features haircuts and mullet wigs for purchase to support Ronald McDonald House charities and a post-game fireworks show. Great Clips. It's going to be great. Get your tickets by visiting whitesox.com/group.
So if you bought the mullet wig for charity, could you have them trim that for you?
You know, I don't recommend that. Maybe, you get a little rinse and curl, and then you'd be good to go, but I don't think the cut works.
But the rinse and curl would do the job? Is that
I think so, yeah.
Okay. No more questions for him tonight. So here's Shuck. He's been up, he's been down, and now he's the designated hitter tonight. Kennedy's delivery, that's a strike called, 0-1. He's not going to change what he's doing until you change by hitting him. And he's throwing first pitch strikes with fastballs. Perez through the signs. Shuck in the left-handed batter's box waits the 0-1, a swing and a pop-up out to the left. Now it's 0-2. Bringing the heat is Ian Kennedy.
J.B. Shuck got to pitch the other night.
Yes.
And he gave up a run. He was not happy. I talked to him about today. He goes, no, I'm not happy. I gave up a run. I go, hey there, Kimosabi, take it easy.
How much did you give up?
I gave up a run an inning just like him.
The 0-2 pitch fell back. What do you mean a run an inning? They actually let you go out there for 2?
I was out there for 2, my friend.
So you gave
That's the thing that's the thing you never see about a regular. They go out there for 1 most of the time. Especially you go out for 2.
Pitchers go out there sometimes for 9.
That's exactly right. I was ready for them that night. They needed me.
Yes. Here's a 2-strike pitch to Shuck outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If that is his breaking pitch, that's between a curveball and a slider, then you need to look for his fastball until he starts getting that over.
I agree with that. And his changeup. His changeup's pretty good.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-0 Kansas City. Second inning. Here's a swing and a shot on the ground to the second baseman up with it with the throw to first, but no problem. Cologne's got some skills out there, Darrin. He did not move by crossover step. He did a shuffle step to the right. That's talent.
Yep, you're right. I mean, it looked like a little crab walk sideways, got in front of it, and then a little sidearm throw on the money. He had a changeup to J.B. Shuck. We were just talking about that pitch. It was off the outside corner by quite a bit. He lunged out there and yanked it to the second baseman.
Because Brett Lawrie has not homered in a while. He has 6 of those, and he's hitting .237. And Kennedy's delivery, that's in there for a strike. That might have been the slider, a slurp ball.
I think, and I'm not 100% sure, that he has thrown strike one to every batter.
It's pretty close, yeah. That was a fastball outer half.
Every one, I think, has been a first pitch fastball for a strike.
The 0-1, foul back 0-2 now. The one that bothered the most of our hitters, or who would bother the most, was the one he took for strike 2. Wasn't that a slow ball? It caught the outside corner?
No, it was actually pitch 1 of the game that was off the outside corner that he debated with the umpire. The next pitch clipped his elbow pad.
With 2 outs, the 0-2 pitch hammered to left center field. That's going to be played on a bounce by the left fielder, Merrifield. Came in to get it there and put the brakes on. A base hit for Lowry.
Yeah, got himself a fastball up and away. Merrifield wanted to come in and try and play it and realized it's getting down too quickly and put the brakes on, made sure it didn't get by him.
So Lowry at first base with a 2-out single for Alex Avila, the catcher.
You know, that was one of the shorter swings from Brett Lawrie in a while. He didn't have a real quick take back and explosive swing after that when he was under control. And it worked out perfect on a high fastball that may not have even been a strike.
I think you're right. It was certainly elevated out, wasn't it? There's a fastball over for strike 1.
Yes, that was another one of those fastballs right there. Our guys have been taking those.
But swinging at a high fastball, that's not a strike.
Well, I mean, let's just go with there must be some team plan.
Well, Perez is the catcher, so he wants to establish pitch 1 for a strike right off the bat. He's doing that. Until we change that, they're going to keep throwing that. They have a shift on also for Avila. There's a swinging strike 0-2. 2 outs, 1-0 Kansas City. Second inning. Lawrie's at first with a 2-out single to left center.
I don't know what you call this defensive setup.
I would call it the guy in right field and 2 guys that are very close friends on the left side.
It's kind of weird.
Well, they'll have to call for a ground ball between the shortstop and third baseman.
Normally, they've got a shift on him as a pull hitter. They've got really, I don't know what they've got set up.
That one outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
They've taken the right fielder, taken him way off the right field line towards right center, the center fielder to left center, and the left fielder to the left field line. So that shift the other way. Then they pinch the left side of the infield with the shortstop playing up the middle, third baseman playing shortstop. And the second baseman is playing out in right field. There's a right fielder, but he's the second baseman.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 down the middle, knee high. Kennedy wanted it, was headed to the dugout. Denied by the warden. 2 balls, 2 strikes. When you look at where Orlando is, I was thinking along the lines of Avila pulling one down the right field line.
Yep.
I don't think he can make third.
No.
I know he can make second.
I mean, you can see where Orlando is. To that corner, he's got about 60 yards or so to run. There's
Lowry
no way.
could score the 2-2. Swinging a high pop-up playable and left center field. Out goes Escobar. In comes Merrifield. He's under, makes the catch, and that'll do it for the Sox. A 2-out single. We leave Lowry at first base. 2 complete. Countryside and its auto dealers. Countryside, where car buyers win big. First pitch swinging high, fly to center. Christian Colon, and he's been busy. Puts that one away. 1 pitch, 1 out.
He's kind of been busy. Last time he was called off on a fly ball to straightaway center.
That's why, because Avi knew that he was getting tired out there. I'll take one. Of course, I have to run 100 yards to get there, but I'll get it.
Right now, it's pretty equal. Both center fielder and right fielder have caught a couple of baseballs.
Here's Whit. Merrifield led the game off with a single to center field. And a fastball, would you have it at 97 on the inside corner?
It was 97-mile-an-hour fastball they hit in the right center field, down and in.
That pitch in there for strike 1. He was also part of a 5-4-3 double play. And then Hosmer connected for his 11th home run to the Sox bullpen to give what they enjoy now. A 1-0 lead to the 3rd inning. That pitch way outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. As long as I mentioned, I might as well get the read in for George Jacobs.
Sure.
When Windy City Limousine brings the White Sox players to work, they seem to play better. Windy City Limousine, home of one of the M&M guys. And that one, followed the backstop. He had him reaching for that. The count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're going to have Frank Thomas with us, and you're going to talk to him about grilling.
I am. Thought that was you.
No,
I'll talk to him. Fine.
Yeah, that's good.
I know you don't know how to grill, so
that's true.
It's all good.
1 ball, 2 strikes in the 1-2. A swing and a shot on the ground to the knees. There was Abreu who run the first slide there and beat Merrifield. And he's out. That's a nice play just to get the ball. That was a ground-hugging rocket.
Yes. Nice job by Abreu dropping down to a knee. You do that because you just want to make sure nothing gets through you. And ended up hopping up about belt high when he was down on that knee, and he gloved it and then said,
good slide, too, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got to go. I mean, he doesn't slide that well into second.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago White Sox. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions. This game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago White Sox, WLS, AM 890 radio, and Major League Baseball. I'm glad I got through that. There's Escobar. That's a little low for ball 1. Sweet doesn't slide that well into second base.
You've seen it. That was a good slide.
Frank's over there on TV. He's on Jeopardy taking questions from not only 1 but 2. That one's down 2 balls, no strikes on Escobar.
So they're grilling him?
Well, they are verbally, I think. 2 balls, no strikes.
I got a lot more of them.
Here's the 2-0 at Alcides Escobar. Swinging a line drive to left. Cabrera has this played perfectly. Makes the catch a very short inning as far as pitches thrown for Sale. He goes to the dugout. We're going to the home half of the 3rd. Royals on a Hosmer homer lead 1-0.
Hear White Sox baseball here on the WLS White Sox Radio Network.
Then you brought up Smoky Barbecue. That's
yes, sir.
That's the lead-in.
I understand this, but I have to tell him what happened.
That's baseball.
Because when he hit the home run, he started running. He had a line drive through one of those Winnebago home windows, the front of the cab. Boom. He was the big hurt from then on.
But DJ knows, you make me mad, I can play a little bit better. So those people called me almost everything in the world out there in left field.
Yes, they did. I can tell you that.
Flaring for 9 innings at night. Trust me. I had to get them back sooner or later.
This is Avi Garcia in a 1-0 Royal lead here in the 3rd. And the 1-0 to Avi is rolled up the third baseline, 1 ball, 1 strike. He's got all the questions for you. I know nothing about grilling other than throwing one for a guy's grill when I was pitching.
First of all, just because you're from Georgia doesn't mean you know how to grill.
Hey,
here we go.
I got a little Georgia and Alabama influence.
All right, there we go.
There's a lot of big people down there because all we do is eat.
The 0-2 pitch high, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Big
By the way, you're going to have a
guide.
better time over here with us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he knows that.
I already knew it.
Yeah.
Big Hurt's Guide to Barbecue and Grilling.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd this come from? What led you down this path?
The key is the last word, grilling.
Uh-huh.
I'm a grill king.
The 1-2 was swinging a roller follow.
Now, making all those recipes, got a little problem, a little work to do with that. But I'm pretty good with the grill.
Okay.
Very good with the grill.
All right, so your restaurant, Big Hurt Brew House,
yes,
is out in Berwyn,
Illinois.
And I haven't
6801 West Cermak.
I haven't received an invite out there yet, but I'll make it.
You guys are more than welcome.
I got one, but
I will pick up the check because you guys are so near and dear to my heart. You know, I'm a little tight with a wallet, but you guys are my favorites.
No, it's not what they say about you. You just to get a better grip on your money when you let it go.
By the way, there's nothing further from the truth about Frank than that. That man took care of everybody.
He told me he raises money.
Well, that might be true, but he took care of everybody around him.
That's true.
And that's a fact, yes.
Kennedy, the overhead wind in the 1-2 to Avi Garcia. Swinging a ground ball to Escobar. The shortstop has it. In front of the bag at second, throws to first to just get him. He ran 90 feet again. He's out 6-3.
You had a little sandwich making competition today, or barbecue off out there between you and Jeff Nero.
Bad idea.
That didn't work out?
Sandwich King. He crushed me.
What?
I see why he's a sandwich king.
What did he make?
Man, he had the tastiest patty meal I ever had in my life. It was so good I had 3.
Did he put it just 3?
Just 3.
Cut him off. Oh,
I'm ready for a nap.
Here is Tim Anderson, his first big league at bat.
Yep, swinging a follow to play to the right. What'd you do in your first major league at bat, Frank?
You know what? I was overwhelmed. I walked.
Oh, well, that's
something unusual.
3-2 backdoor slider.
Oh.
And I walked, but, that first night, it was nerve-wracking.
Who was pitching?
I forget. It was a big lefty from the Milwaukee Brewers. Their ace.
You
remember that guy?
They were 0-2 on Anderson. Well,
back early 90s.
It wasn't Plesac, was it?
No, it wasn't Plesac. It was the Mexican pitcher.
Oh, Teddy Higuera.
Teddy Higuera.
Yes.
He was 5'11", by the way.
Yeah, but he had nasty
big
stuff.
left-hander.
Yeah, he looked like mini Fernando.
He did. Here's the 0-2 to Anderson. Close but not a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know about Tim. You've seen him. What's your thoughts on him?
This kid's very athletic. He's got one heck of a future. I hate to see Jimmy Rollins go because I'm a big fan of Jimmy Rollins. He's a pro's pro.
Great guy.
But 2 years in a row, he's been behind 2 of the top talents in the game coming up with Kyle Seager and this kid, Tim Anderson.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Tim. A swing and a ground ball over the bag at third. His first major league hit. It's a double to the corner and left.
Hey.
Nice going, Tim.
This kid's going to provide a spark, man.
Yeah, that's a fact, right? Tim Anderson.
Standing ovation for Tim Anderson.
You know, you don't ever want to call a young man like this up until you think he's really ready to excel.
But it's all downhill now.
That's it.
After you get that first hit, you know everything is a lot easier.
How did you do your first at bat? This is 15 years in the future. It was a line shot that one-hopped the wall and left. Okay.
But he can run, too.
Yes, he can.
Look how fast this young man is.
Yeah, you think that heart was beating fast after that ball got past third base?
Well, this is what the team needs right now. We need a spark. Yep. You know, you start out so great. You've hit a little bump in the road, but there's a lot of time left to get on another big winning streak and erase all the damage you've done over the last month.
There's Adam Maiden trying to get the tying run in from second base. If it's Adam, a swing and a shot, one hop to second. Colon looked at third for what reason I don't know and goes to first. 4-3 on the out. Anderson's 90 feet from tying the game for Jose Abreu.
So we're going to point out that your book is from triumphbooks.com/Big Hurt Barbecue. If anybody's interested in purchasing the Big Hurt's Guide to Barbecue and Grilling.
You can also get it at Amazon Prime and Amazon. So go out and help yourself out here with cooking because this book is one of the best ever. I only have 7 recipes in the book. The rest are from
more like a pamphlet.
No, the rest are from the great chefs around the country. So it's worth going out and buying them. They stayed anonymous. They didn't want me to put their name out there, but it's from the best chefs nationwide. They really helped me out with this project.
Well, Robin and I are on it.
We were talking about the draft before. What was it like for you that first day? You knew who was going to take you, though, didn't you? Pretty much so.
Yeah, I thought we were going to be the Baltimore Orioles.
No, that was not going to happen.
I thought my friend Ed Fulmer was going to take care of it.
The 0-1, a swing and a ground ball, left field base hit. Anderson scores his first major league run. We're even at 1. Abreu drives him in with 2 outs.
Frank, you're talking about that spark.
It's all downhill now, buddy. First at bat, double, and you score a run. That's why they brought you up, kid.
I did scout Frank Thomas. I took Ben McDonald. You faced him. How did he throw at LSU?
Oh, 100, 101.
How was his curveball?
Big, nasty curveball. Had a slider, too. He was nasty. You made the right pick. It was the right choice.
Yeah, and I never went to his house. His mom was not a grill king, but she was a great cook. She wanted to cook me squirrel soup. I told her I don't eat rodents, so I didn't go.
Well, it was a rumor out there his whole family had wrestled alligators. So
well, he did.
That's unbelievable.
When I went to the instruction league to see him in Sarasota,
yes,
I said, "What have you been doing?" He said, "I've been fishing out front in this pond." I said, "Did you catch anything?" Because no, something was stealing my bait. Because, I paid a lot of money for those shrimp. I said, I think we gave you a lot of money to buy them. So he said, a gator. I said, what'd you do with him? He said, upstairs in my bathroom. He was in the bathtub. We sent the custodian.
6'7".
Yeah, we sent the custodian up there. The alligator was about 4.5 feet. He had the snout taped, his legs taped back. I said, well, you're like a gator investigator. Come on, dude.
I'll give it to you. You made the right choice. I'm not going to let you live. I'll let you live that one down. You did make the right choice.
I got Messina the next year.
Yeah, you did well.
Yeah.
You know a little something about scouting.
Not much. I went to the count. You're going to the Hall of Fame. Those guys, they're not there yet.
Well, those are injuries.
Messina
needs to go there. Yeah. He's one guy that I thought would get there on the first ballot. He deserved first ballot. Yeah. I faced that guy enough to know he's a Hall of Famer. Any guy that walk away with 20 wins is a Hall of Famer in my book.
What is it, 250 something?
I believe 252,
252, yeah.
Well, you know the standard probably now is going to be set at 220 to 250 in wins.
Right.
To get to the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Because 300 seems to be unreachable nowadays.
Well, no, I think Messina was at 280.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. He's in the 250s.
Okay, he's in 250s. Well, I tell you what.
Too much grilling today.
He chewed up lineups like no other.
Oh, yeah, exactly right.
I had his number just because I saw his pitches really well. I don't know why. But he chewed up lineups and pitched 8-9 innings consistently.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the 1-2 pitch. A swing and a high fly ball. Deep right center field. Cabrera's going to the wall. It's gone. A 2-run homer. Sox have put a 3 spot on Kennedy and the Royals here in this 3rd inning. They lead 3-1, light it up.
There it is.
Let's just say that
he ain't leaving. He's staying for all 9 now. Thomas is staying with us for all 9.
Our listeners have been waiting for Frank to get here all the last month for something like this to take place.
I can tell you, man, you bring up a kid that has high expectation. He comes in right away, does his job, double, ignites the whole lineup. This team needs a spark. They can hit. But you know hitting Darrin is very contagious, especially from an unlikely source who comes up with a lot of hype.
Well, you're right. There's no question about that. Ed and I have been talking about how hitting's contagious, whether it could be good or bad. And by the way, it's 270 wins, so it's right in the middle of what we were talking about. 270 for Messina. No, Frank, don't engage that.
I had 4 hits.
Oh, here we go.
4 hits.
Frank, no, I had 4.
You got 4 hits, okay.
Guy the other night had 4 in one game. I mean, come on, what's he doing?
Oh, yeah.
So Messina's at 270.
270, yeah.
Well, I hate to say this, guys, but I did talk to Tim Anderson before the game.
Yes.
I just told him, relax, kid. It's the same game. Slow yourself down. Don't try to be someone you're not. Just be yourself.
The right stuff, though. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
He smiled and said, "I'm ready to go."
Yeah.
So we saw that first at bat with a big double right there has ignited this team.
Well, you're not kidding. I mean, sometimes when a team is dragging, it's just that youthful exuberance can rub off on some of the other guys that are dragging butt right now, and that energy. And you said it right there when he hit that ball. Watching him just explode around into second, guys will see that and go, "Whoa!"
How was that turn at first base?
Yeah.
Pretty good turn.
Yep.
But you know what? These guys are pros. And when a young kid comes up, you want to compete. You want to say, this kid's not going to show me up. So this is a good thing for the team.
Frazier waiting for the 1-2 from Kennedy. Here it is. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Messina at 270 gets in. There's no question.
Yes.
What you're going to start seeing the involvement of the bullpen, getting that, not the closer all the time, but you get that setup guy going in also.
Well,
there's going to be something put on him big time.
Well, it better be a Holes record or something like that.
Roll the third, that is a foul ball. Yeah, we'll go with the Holes. That will be a new thing going on.
Strikeouts and holes.
Yeah, exactly right.
Well, you know what? At least there's a category for those guys now because they are specialists now in the 8th inning. They're not quite the 9th inning guy. Eventually, I think there's some time away still before that starts becoming something where, Hall of Famers are going to look at that and go, yeah, that guy should be in.
Well, we've seen how effective it is the last couple of years. You go to the other side of the dugout over there with the Royals. You've seen those guys get to that 7th inning. It's tough to score.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Frazier, and Todd waits. A swing and a bouncing ball up the middle. Escobar on the charge has it. Runs, throws, got him. Nicely done. Some skills. Mercedes Escobar. 3 runs home, 3 hits, a double by Anderson, his first major league hit, and his first major league run as he scores on an Abreu single. With Abreu at first base, Cabrera hits his 5th.
Work or go to a game. Save a life today. SprinklerFitterChicago.org or call 773-609-1510.
Every weekday morning, you get the latest news, accurate traffic, Weather Channel forecasts, and Big John Howe. Mornings 5 to 9. WLS AM 890.
So we just said goodbye to Frank Thomas for the short term. He could come back later in the game if we need some more runs, couldn't he?
He might have other obligations, but I'm sure he would do it for him. He'd definitely come back for you.
Hosmer leading it off with a count of 1 ball, 1 strike. It's 3-1 White Sox here in the Kansas City 4th. And the pitch, the curveball bounced foul. Now Sailor's bringing out the curveball. And the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Eric Hosmer.
Well, he hit the fastball over the left field fence last time up. The pride can only take you so far. If a guy's on you, he's on you. Make sure you go ahead and say, I can change the prescription on you.
You have to, as you say, you have to give him an idea. Yeah, you hit me. You took that best pitch that I threw you. You hit a home run. Now I'm going to go to plan B. You certainly don't like giving up the home run, but you also know that he did something special. So in your mind, you're not congratulating him. You're just making a note. This guy can hit. I congratulate that he hit a home run. He's not getting another one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 on Eric Hosmer. A high fly ball to left. I spoke too soon. Cabrera at the track. You watch it fly out. He goes opposite field on a hanging slider, I think.
Yes, it was. I'm going to tell you right now, that's fairly predictable. After a fastball down and in, and he hit your fastball out to left field last time up, if you're Eric Hosmer, you're thinking there's no way he's throwing me a fastball right here. And he leaned all over a slider that was belt high right down the middle of the plate and hit it almost in the same spot as he hit the first one. So he now joins Brennan Bosch as a left-hander with 2 home runs against Chris Sale. I mean, I'll tell you this now. Hosmer's a great player, but he's not going to forget the time he took Chris Sale deep twice in a game.
We had a lot of baseball to play yet. Here's Kane. They're within a run of the Royals at 3-2, and that pitch to Lorenzo low for ball 1. Remember what we talk about all the time, and I'll talk about it after the 1-0. A swinging strike almost fell over. 1 ball, 1 strike on Lorenzo Kane. When you pitch in, and that slider wasn't, the intent was to get it away, but it was flat.
Right.
When you pitch in, you've got to go from the corner to the player's uniform top. The 1-1. Swinging a line drive to center, that's a base hit.
That was a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. It looked like it was out over the plate for Kane. Yeah, it was definitely away from him, out over the plate. So right here, right now, Chris Sale needed to dig back down deep and figure out a different pattern of what he needs to do to these hitters.
Royals have 4 hits, half of them are homers. And we talk about Chris Sale. I still don't think he's in rhythm yet, but he will be shortly. And once he does, turn the lights out. It's going to seem like that. He deals with one Kendrys Morales right now. We owe you an ID. We'll get to it after this pitch. Sale will look at first at Kane. And the pitch to Morales, a swinging strike. Let's take that ID. We're back in 10 seconds. You're listening to White Sox Baseball on WLS AM 890. And this is the Chicago White Sox Radio Network.
WLS FM HD2 Chicago, the proud home of the Chicago White Sox.
WLS station.
Sale from the belt. Kane at first, and now a toss over there, and he's back safely with Darrin Jackson at Farmer. Game 1 of the 3-game series with the Royals. We said goodbye to the Washington Nationals with a 3-1 victory last night, and we entertained the baseball champs, Kansas City Royals, the champs from last year. And they have a record of 30-29. The White Sox are 30-30. Kane at first leaning, but not running the 0-1 in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dave Zaslowski is up there helping Napkin, one Jimmy Lucas, run the board up there and sending us updates on different things and correcting some of the things, like the Mike Messina victories that he has 270 rather than 252. There's a foul back. They may have got the home plate umpire. May have got him either in the shoulder, Darrin, or in the mask.
They got him. Avila's checking on him. Take a little time, give him a little breather, or walk out to the mound, talk to Chris Sale. Well, he does that. Bid now in the Sox Serve Week Experience Auction. This is your chance to bid on great experiences ranging from racing cars with Chris Sale to a hitting lesson with Todd Frazier. Bidding ends on Saturday at 4 p.m., so get your bid in now. Visit whitesox.com/ultimate auction to place your bid. Now, racing cars against Chris Sale. I believe that's a remote control car race around the warning track. I've seen Chris Sale. If you've got remote control car, good luck beating him.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Or you've got a friend that's very small and he's a good driver. That curveball was behind Morales. It was behind him, and Avila made the catch in the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. There was a curveball behind a right-handed batter. That's tough to do.
And he made sure he got it in.
I thought they were just going to have like a race where he was driving his car.
Well, I don't know how legal that'd be, because unless they've rented out a race track, that's a lot to do. You just get the remote cars and giddy up.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Infield double play depth for Kendrys Morales and Sale with another throw over to first base. Kane does not look like he's running, Darrin, but that can change.
Yes.
But when you watch him, is there any one thing he does to tell you that he's going?
No, he's not a big base stealer. I mean, he's good at it when he does go. But he's all about reading and knowing the percentages in his favor to go. Until he feels that way, he's not.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Morales. And the pitch. A swinging strike. He's gone on strikes. And Sale has his second strikeout. We got Perez in the second. He gets Morales after a single by Kane here in the 4th.
Yeah, I'm just looking over some of this Frank Thomas stuff.
Yeah.
You know, he's the owner of Big Hurt Brew House in Berwyn, where the Big Hurt Burger is obviously very popular with the guests. And again, if you're interested in getting the Frank Thomas grilling book, barbecue and grilling, triumphbooks.com/Big Hurt Barbecue, or you can go to Amazon. He said it's on Amazon. You can order it there.
There's Perez, a swinging a line drive to left. That's a base hit in front of Cabrera. Kane stops at second, and Cabrera goes, "Go ahead, go for third." They bluffed the move, and the throw came in. So 3 hits in the inning, one of them a home run by Hosmer to close the gap to 3-2. And Kane with a single to center. Morales strikes out, and Perez lines to left field. There's Paulo Orlando, and he's been a handful against the White Sox. That's what we can speak about. However, he's hitting .333 with a home run and 10 runs batted in.
Yeah, well, when we saw him last, he was hitting 4-something. So, yeah. We'll look at Orlando when we saw Kansas City.
I thought he was like in the 390s or 360s, something like that. Close enough to 400.
368 on the 22nd of May.
No official at bat in this game. A walk in the second with 2 outs. A tying run is at second base with Kane dancing to a lead. Say a look there. The pitch to Orlando, way outside, ball 1.
Orlando was hitting .397 on the 26th.
Yeah.
.390. Yeah, no, he's dropped down. He's not as hot.
What you want him to do is hit a ball as shortstop.
Yeah, I'll take
if
that.
Anderson start that double play. Cooper's going to the mound to talk with Chris Sale.
Maybe he is noticing something he's doing in his delivery that might be giving away the pitches again.
Yeah. Or reinforce some of the things they talked about in the pitchers meeting, going over, well, this is what we want to do with this guy. He likes the ball in rather than away. That was a changeup that was away. We want to stay true to what we're trying to do with him. Keep the ball in, make him hit it, make him pull the ball rather than hit the ball to right.
There you go. That's what we're going to go with that. We do have a home run in this game, folks, brought to us by the Community Hospital in Munster, Indiana. They make a donation to the Gift of Hope Organ and Tissue Donor Network.
French choose Hollywood Casino, and you've already won 2 Chicagoland locations. More of the games you won, more of the generous rewards you deserve. Hollywood Casino, Aurora, and Joliet. There's no place like Hollywood. We're broadcasting from the U.S. Bank radio booth here at U.S. Cellular Field. So that conference is over. And now Orlando measures his stance at the end of that right-handed batter's box stripe, right close to Avila, the catcher. Kane at second, Salvador Perez at first. The tying run at second, the go-ahead run at first. Here in the 4th inning with 1 out. And the pitch, swinging a shot foul. That was on the inside half, breaking towards his right foot. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That was quick with the barrel of the bat for Orlando on a pitch down and in.
There are times where your voice, and I'm not saying this happened, but certainly the possibility exists. Have the pitching coach come out there and you or he say something too loud, the batter hears it.
I never had that happen. I must not have had good hearing.
1 ball, 1 strike, the 1-1. A swing and a miss. It's something down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I've told you before, I had the catcher tell the batters what was coming.
Yeah.
They had like 6, 7 straight, maybe it was more than that, 8 straight hits off me. He told them what was coming. Got him 9 up, 9 down. How would you feel if that happened?
I wouldn't believe it. I'd be like, wait a minute. What are you doing? You mess with the hitter's mind that way.
Yeah.
We're figuring out the chess match. Now you tell us what your move's going to be. We're not buying that. There's something ultimately you're trying to do to trick me.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 on, 1 out, 3-2 Sox lead here in the Royals' 4th. And the pitch struck him out swinging. He didn't look like the same guy at that at bat as he did in Kansas City.
No, and you know what? What Don Cooper went out there and told him may have been exactly what you and I were discussing. There's something that he was giving away because for him to take those swings, they weren't taking those swings earlier in this inning.
So the K zone is up and working down that left field line.
Now all of a sudden things change. He's getting a little different angle right there, a little more on the side of the ball.
That's a great point because he could have also told him, you know what, you're a little too high with your arms delivery. Once you move back down a little bit, it'd feel like a foot, but it's just about an inch. There's Cuthbert, the third baseman, the pitch low to Chesler for ball 1. from Nicaragua. His dad is a lobster fisherman or a trapper.
I go with trapper.
Yeah, me too.
Because you put a basket down there, you're not really fishing. They go in, but they can't come out.
1 ball, no strikes on Cuthbert. So reading signs from Avila. Time run at second with Kane. Go ahead run. Perez at first. 2 outs and the 1-0. Swung on a line foul. That went off the bottom part of one of the luxury suites on level 2 and then down on the crowd. Tomorrow, Hawaiian shirt day here. Aren't we giving those away tomorrow? I believe we are.
I'm going to go with, if you're saying it, it's probably true.
Chris Young will pitch for the Royals. Jose Quintana for the White Sox. 12:35. Connor McKnight has the pregame show. 1:03. We have the lineups and 1:10 the first pitch. Game 2 of the 3-game series with these Royals. The 1-1. Chesler looks at 1 high. 2 balls and a strike.
I'm looking to see if I've got that information here today. About the Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah.
No, I don't have that info.
I believe it's tomorrow.
You heard it from him, folks. Not me. It is. Of course it is. I knew it all the way.
Yeah, I knew you did.
Yeah.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Sale with a long look at second. The 2-1 inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck is Christian Colon. The game right now rests at home plate with Chesler, Cuthbert. Made his debut just about a year ago, July 7th, 2015 with these Royals. Anderson made his debut tonight and made it a special one with a double. The 3-1, a swing and a ground ball foul. Did that get in on his hands?
Oh, it did. Just enough.
Full count of 3-2 now.
You know, you're talking about Anderson out there.
Yeah.
Who has his first big league hit and his first big league at bat and run scored. But he hasn't had a play yet.
No.
Huh? You know what I'm saying?
He's thinking the same thing. You and I both know that, don't we?
Yeah, hit a ball to me so I can get this
let
done.
me get this done with.
You know, he'd probably rather it be with nobody on and a leadoff little hot smash, 1 hopper.
He may get one right here, a little ground ball to him and take the short way to second. 2 outs, 2 on. The 3-2 pitch to Cuthbert. Curveball swung on and missed. Got him. Sale struck out the side. They get a run on 3 hits. A solo home run by Hosmer, singles by Kane and Perez, and they lead both of them. Halfway through the 4th.
And I agree with Big Frank and how a youthful player like a Tim Anderson can just infuse some energy into your lineup. And let's get going.
There's Shuck taking something off speed for strike 1. They infuse some energy into you, number 1, by their presence, certainly, but that's short-lived. If they do something positive, that re-energizes everybody. He can do it. Let's start going. I think that's what Anderson did with the double, the 0-1. Shuck takes strike 2.
You know what it is? It's guys like Frank who just were able to hold their focus and concentration at a higher level longer than the normal player, which made them much better. And, that's why he's a Hall of Famer. So sometimes you can just boost your focus.
0-2 pitch foul back, and the count remains 0-2 on J.B. Shuck. On a daring smile, wouldn't you say that about Thomas if you were defining him? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
It was a great time. And
again, Frank's always been a very generous person, period. Took care of a lot of people around him all the time, looked out for him, whether it be financially, just his teammates, just a great guy that made sure that those around him were having a good time.
So 2-strike pitch foul that play to the left. So Kennedy trying to do away with one J.B. Shuck, but it's a battle right now at 0-2. There was a scrum for a baseball that was hit off the 3rd level here, bounced down to the scout seats, and then they didn't handle it. And a young man with a baseball cap on backwards has a souvenir.
Ken Griffey Jr. look.
The 0-2 pitch, swinging a high fly ball to left field. Merrifield broke back. Now Witt comes in and makes the catch.
Hey, White Sox fans, fill out your 2016 Esurance MLB All-Star Game ballot now at whitesox.com on your computer, tablet, or smartphone. Vote up to 35 times. Vote today. Vote tomorrow at whitesox.com/vote.
What the Royals team does to you is they can hang in there long enough to get to that bullpen that is very stingy in the 7th, 8th, and 9th. What we want to do is extend the lead from 3-2 to maybe 6 or 7-2, and then have us shut them down. And then inconsequential is their bullpen when you get to the 7th, 8th, and 9th. If you're leading by that much, if you can just hold on and beat them. Here's the 1-0 to Laurie. That's a strike, 1-1. Brent, one official at bat, a single to left field in the second. He bats here in the fourth with 1 out and nobody on. Sox leading 3-2 with a 3-run third. They lead Eric Hosmer 3-2.
That's a fact. It's the Eric Hosmer show.
There's 2 home runs tonight. Maybe we could throw a blanket over both of them. That's how they were hit to left field. Very close. The 1-1. Swing and a long one to left. Does it have enough? It's high in the air to the track. Merrifield. He'll watch it go. He's hit his 7th. Turn on the fireworks. Sox do increase the lead to 4-2.
He got a change-up down to his liking. It looks to me as if Brett Laurie has slowed things down a little bit with his hands. He's not as quick and jerky taking them back. A little more rhythmic, still exploding to the baseball, but more under control. And 2 at-bats tonight, it has paid off.
Yes, it has.
Oh.
This one was as high as it was far. Merrifield got to the bullpen fence and then just watched it go out.
And by far.
So 1-out home run. Now it's a 2-run lead. Here's Alex Avila, the catcher. We're supposed to have the scouting director up here, but something has...
Nick Hosteller. He's supposed to actually be up here, I believe, maybe bottom of the 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere
He's
in there.
probably still busy.
Well, you know.
Signing guys.
He's got stuff going on.
Yeah.
As, you know, draft time.
4-2 Sox lead here, so an exchange of runs. Hosmer hit a home run. Our guy Laurie had one. Here's a swing and a high fly ball to left. I don't know if his has got enough. The ball's jumping. Merrifield at the track. This is gone. They go back to back. Avila the opposite way with his first. It's 5-2. I say the ball was jumping.
Yeah, you did while it was flying.
Yeah.
This is not the 6th inning, but still, it's good to see the back-to-back. Can we get another?
You can have another one.
Those home runs are brought to us by the Community Hospital in Munster, Indiana. They're making a donation to the Gift of Hope Organ and Tissue Donor Network. We talked about it in the BP today, Ed. The ball was jumping out of here to right field.
And the first one I saw was Abreu who pulled the arms in.
Gator arm?
Yeah, gator arm, and just tomahawked one over the National Car Rental sign in right center. Here's Garcia. He is a threat to add to the home run barrage in this inning with back-to-back home runs by Laurie and Avila. Maybe we have to move that C.J. Wilson home run hitting contest.
I don't think officially we can do that.
No, we cannot. No. That one's in there for strike 1.
We got to talk to Justin Morneau today as I see him in our monitor. And working back from some elbow surgery.
The 1-strike pitch to Avi. That's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. What do you have to say?
You know, I just talked, he obviously remembers his days of battling against the White Sox. And this is a place that in those years with Minnesota, he didn't know he'd go full circle, end up playing here.
Yeah.
But you know what? He wants to play.
The 1-1 in the dirt check swing. Did he go? They appeal it to first. No, he didn't go. He checked in time.
And I got to talk to him about, hey, you know what? And we know that what he has done in the past. Yeah. And if he can even come close to resembling his MVP year, he's somebody with a team that's trying to compete and get into the postseason that can help them with a lot of big games offensively if he's on the mark.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The 2-1 to Garcia. Swinging a line drive. Left center field. Kane over there. Runs it down and makes the catch. Anything hit in the air now after you see 2 of them go out?
Yeah.
They're all going. So here's Tim Anderson. He is batting. Get a picture of this. He's batting 1,000.
Well, he was hitting .304 in the minor leagues. He's just an exciting player. He's, a first-round draft choice of the White Sox that you've been waiting for him to get the experience to get here, and they think he's ready.
He had 10 doubles down there. He's got 1 here. Pitch to Tim. Strike 1 called. As you mentioned, .304, 4 homers, 20 runs batted in. He also had 3 triples down there at AAA also.
Yeah. He's that kind of player that you look forward to watching play. That's exciting.
The 0-1. Outside corner, 0-2.
That's some paint right there. As Anderson is got his right foot close to the plate. He's got an open stance, so he's kind of standing all over the top of that plate.
Yes. 0-2 the count on young Tim Anderson in the 2-strike pitch. Swinging a chop over the mound. Colon rushes. Second baseman with the throw perfect to get Anderson. He was running basically full 5 on 6 and half of our hits. They've left the ballpark. 2 of their 5 hits are Hosmer homers, so we lead Hosmer 5-2. That's strike 1 thrown by Chris Sale. We're underway here in the Royals' 5th. Glad you're with us. Hot, humid night, as it was a hot, humid afternoon where I was. 0-1 curveball. Now it's 0-2. He's flipping that up there, Darrin. They take that. They're looking dead red for that fastball on every pitch.
Yeah, well, that's obviously an effective pitch for him as long as he's using it with the fastball.
0-2, a curveball way outside. In the count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And as you mentioned, this is the 5th inning, brought to you by 5-Hour Energy Shots for the love of victory.
The pace of the game is certainly dictated by the pitcher, and Sale works quick and throws strikes. The 1-2 to Colon, a swing and a line drive to center. That's a base hit that was up and hittable.
You know, before the game, had somebody come over from the Kansas City Royals talking about our team has not been swinging the bats. Doesn't look like it to us.
No.
Looks like the team that was just picking us apart last time we saw them.
So the leadoff man on. And Sale, mindful of that, a look over at first base at Colon, and Christian with an unusual lead. And that pitch down the middle for strike 1 is the top of the order with Whit Merrifield. A single to center and a ground ball to the first baseman. And that was hit hard.
Watching Merrifield kind of takes me back almost to the way Kevin Seitzer hit for these Royals, who was a very good 300
It was
hitter.
a battle with him at home plate, Seitzer.
Yes, line drives, used the whole field, had a little pop in his bat.
Colon at first. Sale, a look over there. The 0-1 to Merrifield, popped up foul. That was not what you would call one of his better swings.
No, but you know what? He doesn't get overly fooled on anything, and that was a curveball, and it was down and in at 80 miles an hour. He already hit a 97-mile-an-hour fastball into center field, so, you know, if he's hitting 97 and fouling off 80, he's seeing the ball pretty well.
I'm trying to watch his feet to see if he strides with 2 strikes. Straight up stance, right-handed batter's box. Colon at first, no outs. 5-2 Sox lead. Merrifield waits, and the 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Vila tagged him. He tagged the batter even though he didn't swing. Hey, you're out.
He tried to do that, let me bury this slider on your back leg and see if you'll chase, and unfortunately, no, he didn't chase.
That was buried all right. One ball, 2 strikes on Merrifield. Infield plays on the left side straight up. Rory, the second baseman, towards the center of the diamond. Colon leaning. Sale, a look at first, and the 1-2 pitch. That's in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Same pitch, same result. Checked his swing. He's recognizing that pitch enough not to chase it. And that makes it kind of interesting because you think a young hitter can hit your fastball, that he'd be way out in front of your breaking stuff. He's not. This guy's hitting 320 right now, telling you, I see the ball. Simple as that. So you're going to have to execute a quality pitch in a good location.
He's got some skills at home plate. I mean, when they called him up, when we first saw him, it hasn't changed my mind at all. So look at first, the 2-2 pitch. Foul tip. Did Vila catch it? He did catch it. He's out on strikes. There's no skill involved there. That goes in the glove. He'll be the first one to admit that.
Well, they did change the prescription on him after fastball, breaking ball, change up, down.
That's the 5th strikeout for Chris Sale.
That'll work.
1 on, 1 out. The official scorer is sitting between Darrin and me, but there's a pane of glass. Could he get a bigger light over there, or is that it?
I don't know what that's all about.
Looks like something that came off one of those sailing ships you were talking about earlier.
Looks like somebody's interrogating them over there. Turn off the heat lamp.
He just said, I'll take games for 100. I think he's playing Jeopardy. There's Mercedes Escobar, likes the first pitch, pulled this one foul, strike one.
Escobar, I don't know how. We look up, he's hitting 246. Yeah. And every time he hits against us, I'm thinking, oh, man, don't make a mistake. This guy's going to hit a line drive somewhere. And he's hitting 246.
But I have the same feeling as you do. Maybe we should change that feeling.
This guy's got no chance.
Yeah, we got him.
No chance.
We got him right where he wants him. That's Sale.
I wish that were true. This guy's a battler.
How about a double play ground ball? The 0-1 Escobar swinging a high fly ball, playable left center field. Cabrera and Eaton sprinting over there to make the catch. Melky was jogging and Eaton was sprinting because he knew Eaton wanted it.
Well, it's one where you really, visually, you guys are communicating. If you're running harder to a ball, another guy's kind of trotting, generally you're letting the guy trotting take it because it's an easier play. But not the case with Melky. He was kind of saying, I don't really want to come catch that.
Yeah, he sprinted and he looked. Harder. He was sprinting from left field. Then he started breaking it down because he knew maybe Eaton yelled, I got it. What did you yell when you were out there? Look out?
I yelled, I got it.
Yeah.
But I just kept yelling it. I told my guys, you can yell it 3 times. I'm going to yell it until I catch it.
Here's Hosmer, breaking pitch, strike one. Now that one froze him.
Yeah, I think, honestly, that reaction by Hosmer, he was anticipating the fastball up and in because he was falling towards first base on that check swing. He was getting the heck out of there. It's like, he's coming in on me. I've taken him deep twice. He's going to knock me off the plate. No, he's just getting ahead.
Look at first, Sale deals the 0-1. Another curveball. This is where he changes, Darrin. That swing right there on 1 foot.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't do that. He stands in there and just tries to flick the ball left.
Those 2 swings, Ed, I'm telling you right now, he's overthinking the situation that they have to come into him now because of what he's done the previous 2 at-bats. And they have not.
The next one, a swing and a bouncy ball up by Abreu. Took away a hit from him, 3 unassisted, and they waste the leadoff single from Christian Colon and leave him at first base. We're halfway through tonight's game. White Sox coming up bottom of 5. They lead Kansas. Hostetler with us, Director of Scouting for the White Sox. Nick, welcome to the broadcast. And you take that big chair. That's Dave Zaslowski's. The first pitch misses to Adam Eaton for ball 1. So the draft going on right now, how many guys you have out there looking at kids all over the country and Dominican Republic and places like that?
Yeah, I think total staff-wise, we're close upwards to the 40 range. There's these guys put in a tremendous amount of time away from their wives and kids.
Why don't you talk about how you got the area scout and then it transcends to the scout that is a cross-checker and everything like that?
Yeah, a lot of guys will start out as area scouts and they'll work their way through for some guys 3 or 4 years, some guys 20,
lifetime,
30 years.
Right? Yeah.
Absolutely. And they'll progress themselves up through as a cross-checker, assistant scouting director, and then hopefully into the scouting director role.
It's a nice job, though, isn't it?
It's a great job.
You don't want to ruin that he knows what I'm going to say right now.
Absolutely,
An expense sheet. You've got to put something else on there because you're going to forget something. The 1-2 to eat. That's how 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, the secret's out now.
Yeah. No, that's the way it goes because you're going to forget something.
There's no question.
And another meal on the road's not going to hurt anybody, is it?
No, I'm not missing any.
As I know Jerry Reinsdorf very well, he wants our guys to eat well.
Absolutely.
Scouting.
By the looks of some of our guys, including myself, we do.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to second. Gobbled up by the second baseman, and a throw over there from Colon is perfect. 4-3 on the out of Adam Eaton.
Nick, you were just saying to me when you got here that this draft, really, the way it lined up for you guys, it couldn't have gone better, and the way you feel about it right now.
Yeah, it couldn't have gone better. This was the way the board fell for us. We couldn't have asked for anything to fall better. I'm not expecting this to happen every year, but at the same time, I'm going to enjoy this one right now for sure.
That's outstanding.
1 out for Jose Abreu, and that's in their first strike. Sox leading 5-2 in our half of the 5th inning. But when you see some of the kids we took a young kid out of Florida, I believe, 17 years of age, a shortstop. Yeah. He probably had a number of scholarships to college, too, right?
He did. He was signed to go to the University of Miami.
How did he change his mind?
But hard work. He actually came here on Friday and worked out for us here at our stadium. Loved it. He's an actually tremendous young man. Luis Curbelo he's playing shortstop right now. He'll stay there for a little while. Probably move off to third base.
Yeah,
I think he ends up at third, but he can really swing that bat.
And a lot goes into this. When you look at a 17-year-old kid, you see him 2 or 3 years later, may not recognize him, right?
No, but this guy's one of them. He's a guy that we've had our eye on since last fall, and he has progressively gotten bigger and stronger. One of the things that just amazed me about him is when I saw him this spring, I got there about 3 hours before the game. He was working in that cage harder than any high school kid I ever saw.
I don't know if it still holds true, but you grade kids 20 to 80,
yes,
right? I've never understood why. And there are certain, I'll get to more, the 0-2 pitch down, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So you grade 20 to 80, 5 or 50 is major league average, correct?
Correct.
And then each increment in between that, you can give him a 52 or where does he fit in that scheme?
You know, I think eventually he's probably what would be a 55 player, an above average major league player. This guy should have went probably a little bit higher in the draft, and some signability things dropped him a little bit, but I think I'm pretty confident we'll be able to reach some sort of agreement with him.
1-2 to Abreu fouled. When you look at him, though, and you look at him, and this is where you guys are great, you look at where he is today and you project him to what he's going to be. Now, I think that's one of the hardest things in all of sports.
Yeah, to think we have a crystal ball is tough, but the hard work that our area guys and our cross-checkers do to put in to get to know these kids, the makeup and everything else, that goes into that projection.
Abreu waiting for the 1-2 pitch. It says 1-3. Maybe they know something. That's fouled off. I hope that scoreboard's wrong.
All right, making an assessment. If you were to sign all the top 10 draft choices for the White Sox right now, who do you point to on that board and say he's the closest to major league level now?
You know, I think the obvious guy is Zach Birdie, just because there's a little bit less that has to go in with Zach coming here to Chicago. He's only got to pitch 1 inning as opposed to guys like Alec Hansen and Jimmy Lambert pitching 2 or multiple innings. But you know,
Birdie's the kid out of Louisville. He throws 100.
Throws 100. Okay. It's a big arm. And, you know, the thing about Zach Birdie that has kind of gotten lost is his ability to throw his changeup to left-handed hitters. It's a plus pitch, a true out pitch to left-handed hitters. And that, for us, the addition of the third pitch was what made us really go after him so hard.
2-2 to Abreu. Line drive caught by the third baseman. Woo. Chesler Cuthbert took away a double. So Abreu's out for Melky Cabrera. White Sox leading here in the 5th, 5-2.
We're talking about how now you say he's closest. Now there's going to be the comparisons. Sale got here instantly. Rodon, hardly any time in the minor leagues. Yeah. Even before that, Gordon Beckham, as a position player, got here quickly. Do you really foresee that the possibilities of being here within the next year? Chris Sale-like or Rodon-like?
Yeah, you know, it was with Zach Birdie, he's still playing right now with Louisville. Their season may go into the end of June with the College World Series. So how that ends up playing out after that, you know, we'll wait to be seen. But I do think, you know, if everything fell right for Zach, could we see him in Chicago at some point this year? There could be a chance of that.
There's the 0-1. Cabrera swings and fouls that out of play. We are going to ask your diligence if you could stay with us to the top of the 6th inning. Is that possible, Nick?
No problem.
When you look at this kid from Louisville, and you look at his potential, it's tough to put a ceiling on, but where will we put that?
Yeah, you know, our plan is to we're going to keep him in the relief role when we get him here on campus. And then once we have a chance over the course of the last couple months of the season, instructionally, kind of evaluate him then. And whether we decide the following year in 17 to start him or keep him as a reliever, we're going to wait till the spring to make that decision. But, you know, there's no question in our minds that if he stays in the bullpen, we're looking at a true back end.
He's the closer.
Absolutely.
The future.
He's the closer. And if he does start, he's got 3+ pitches with a big, strong frame to work with.
As you know, you can make a lot of mistakes with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Exactly.
Exactly. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And it gets around pretty quick. Hey, the White Sox got this kid. If you start him anywhere, do you bring him to rookie ball first and get him oriented in that, then send him somewhere else? Is that how it works?
You know, I think with him in regards to when his season's going to end, he's going to miss mini camp that we have out in Arizona next week. So we'll probably send him to an affiliate, whether that's Kannapolis, Winston, or Birmingham. I'm not sure what Buddy has planned.
3-2 pitch long that may go to the upper deck down the right field line or the club level. When the club level, that's a bomb, but it's foul off the bat of Cabrera. Count holds at 3-2. Best player you've ever scouted and signed. Doesn't have to be with the White Sox.
Best player ever scouted and signed. Probably be the hand I had with Chris Sale. Pepe Ortega was the area scout. I was the cross-checker that year, but it was a pretty exciting time in that draft.
It was tough to fill out that cross-checking card?
Oh, really hard. That one was tough.
Cabrera takes a walk, and the inning continues to Frazier. So Sale tonight has given up 2 home runs to the same guy. You know he's not happy about that.
Not
that makeup, you know inside he's churning.
He's churning, and I saw Eric Hosmer a lot down there. And actually, Eric Hosmer and Zach Collins went to the same high school. So we spent a lot of time down there.
When you look at the kids of Florida, Texas, and California, those are the 3 hotbeds. But a lot of kids get drafted out of the state of Illinois or the Midwest, too.
Absolutely. Illinois is becoming great, and University of Louisville has done a great job.
They're swinging a bouncing ball to short. Cuthbert, the third baseman, has it, throws to first to get Frazier. We're going to have more with the scouting director, Nick Hostetler. We come back with the 6th. White Sox lead here at US Cellular, 5-2.
Hey, this is Darrin Jackson, and the Sox play here on the.
Exactly.
Nick, you feel like Joe Frazier and Ali, and that's as we remember Muhammad Ali.
Yep.
You said something that is something I think our listeners need to know. Your involvement is at a more of a higher level because the bigger decisions are made. More money is going to be spent in the top rounds of the draft, and you extend basically as the scouting director to the other scouts that are evaluating guys that might go below the 10th round. And you have to basically just say, you know what, I have to go with what you guys have seen. I haven't had a chance to be everywhere.
There's no question. And our guys, I can't say enough about the effort, the time, the attention to detail that these guys have done this year. Those guys in that room, those group of cross-checkers and area guys that we have, they've made my adjustment to this role so much more easier with the dedication and the effort they put in.
Kane to lead it off is a count of 0-2. And Sale trying to work through him. Chris Sale has thrown but 78 pitches to get through 5 innings. He and the Sox lead 5-2 over the Royals. We've got the scouting director with us, Nick Hostetler. That pitch is high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. We talked about different things. Frank Thomas was here earlier, and I've been scouting with the Baltimore as I was one of the cross-checkers. I did not take him. I took a fellow by the name of Ben McDonald. Here's a line drive to left. Down the line, that's a foul ball.
He was pretty good, too, though.
He was we had the number 1 pick in the draft, and still remains one of my close friends. Just got injured, and I had seen Florida play at San Diego State, and they got 26 hits in 9 innings. So McDonald was at LSU, and I figured, hey, I'll go see Florida play at LSU. Here's a swing the ground ball foul up the third base line. Count only 1-2 on center field, Lorenzo King. Sox lead here in the 6th, 5-2. So I go to see Joe Arnold, who was the coach at Florida, and I said, how's this guy today? I'm going to see. He goes, you haven't seen him? I said, no. He goes, he's something special. He goes, we're going to get 3 or less. I said, well, I saw you at San Diego State. The 1-2 to Kane, tantalizing. Check this swing in time. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And I walked out. They don't have dugouts, or didn't at the time. They had those boxes down there, so I walk out. Comes around, he goes, I said 3 or less. I'm not talking about runs. I go, what? Here's Sales 2-2 to Kane. Low with a breaking ball, 3-2. And he threw a 1-hitter, struck out 15. And I saw Frank at Mississippi State. Yeah, I know you've been there. You have that thing in left field, that party area.
Yep.
And he had a line drive in one of the Winnebago homes that had pulled up there. But I just didn't see him enough at first base.
Yeah.
But 3-2, swinging a foul back to Kane. But when you go out and you scout like that and you see these guys, one can lead you to another. We have a catcher, number 1, that's taken. They tell me he can really swing the bat.
He can really swing the bat. It's a middle of the order.
Is that Collins?
Middle of the order impact bat. And the big thing for us was his ability to control the strike zone.
The 3-2 struck him out swinging. Kane's gone on strikes.
Yeah, with that being said, Nick, immediately I started reading about how, he could project to play first base.
Yeah.
What's that?
There's no question in my mind or anybody in that room's mind that he's going to stay behind the plate. He is a solid, adequate catcher back there. The arm is playable. And we all know that if the bat goes and he hits, he can play wherever he wants to play.
Well, that's a fact, yes. Hitting leads you anywhere.
Seems to find its own position, doesn't it? Yeah. So 1 out. There's a swing and a ball bounce foul off the bat of Kendrys Morales, a switch batting designated hitter. And tonight, Kendrys is 0 for 2, a fly to center and a strikeout.
Here, I got a question that, the scouts go get the talent, and you look at it and you evaluate it, and you're used to doing that. But once it's turned over to the professional side, have you ever gotten into anybody with in professional ranks once you've handed the player over?
I stay as far away from that as possible. There's
just sign them. They got to develop them. Is that where we're going? Yeah.
There's an old saying in scouting and player development is who signed this guy and who messed this player up.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I stay as far away. The one good thing for me is I have a terrific relationship with Nick Capper and Buddy Bell.
That's a strikeout now of Morales on a running fastball. And it's 7 now for Sale as he gets Kane and Morales to open the 6th, and he'll deal with Salvador Perez.
You know, with you saying you got a great relationship with Buddy and Nick down in the minor leagues running the system there. Does that mean your input is valued on what you think?
I think so.
Yeah,
they do. They do. They ask me a lot of questions, and it's I'm working with 2 guys that played in the big leagues. I mean, and for me, it's kind of it's Buddy Bell, one of my dad's favorite players.
Yeah.
And, Nick Capper played in the big leagues. So
there's a swing and a line drive down the right field line, slicing foul. He's one of my dad's favorite players too.
But it is. They ask a lot of questions. They invite me. Our scouts have free reign of whatever they want to do and ask as many questions, be as part of any meetings. We've got a great thing going with player development and scouting.
You get them, they train them.
Absolutely.
We hope to see them in the big leagues. Darrin asked me a question. He goes, what happens if you take someone in the 30th round? Will they get to the big leagues? I said, we're not signing anybody for any other reason.
That's our goal. There's still a bunch of big leaguers on that board in that draft room we're hoping to get tomorrow.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Perez, down 1 ball, 1 strike. When you talk about it, and people will say there's other organizations, this one is not one of them. And there wasn't one when I was at Baltimore. You're not filling out a roster with anybody that you don't think is going to go to the big leagues.
Exactly right. We have a purpose and a reason for every guy that we draft and sign.
There are certain guys, though, that you keep in the organization. They show you they can't play, but you want them to help you.
Absolutely. Some of those guys end up becoming pitching coaches and managers for us.
Here's the 2-1 to Perez outside and high, 3 balls and a strike.
Yeah, it's a good point right there, Nick. Pitching coaches, there's an expansion of coaching jobs in professional baseball as well. So if it doesn't work out as a player, there are other avenues where you can still stay in the business.
There's no question. There's so many different aspects of this game and so many different people involved in it. It's a great opportunity.
3-1 high fly, deep center field. Eaton to the track. He's against the fence. He leaps. This is gone. Perez gets him within 2 with a solo home run with 2 outs in the 6th. All their runs have come on homers, 2 for Hosmer. This one for Perez. He'll be tagging home in about another 5 minutes. It's 5-3 White Sox.
It was high. It was far. It was deep. As Chris Sale came into this game having allowed 7 home runs on the season. He's given up 3 tonight to these Royals. And we were talking about Chris Sale and knowing his personality. He's not a happy camper when he doesn't excel when he's out there. But at the same time, he's a professional, and he'll compose himself and get himself back on track and get the out that he needs.
I'm going to say this about Perez. He's a marvelous catcher and thrower, and he can hit. And when he hits a home run that far off Chris Sale, he should enjoy that lap around the bases.
Well, he's not fast.
No, he's not. There's Paulo Orlando from Sao Paulo, Brazil. That one's in there for strike 1.
Used to be one of ours right here, Paulo.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And we got a chance. He got called up to some big league games at camp. It showed he had some speed, that's for sure.
Swinging a ground ball at the middle. Anderson has it, throws to first, did not get him. Valiant effort. He got to a ball almost on the first base side of second and almost threw him out.
Well, I think what we just saw was the range and athleticism of Tim Anderson. Wow. He was playing straight up. And
yes,
he just went, let's just say, he went 35, 40 feet to his left and threw that ball from short center field after a 360 spin and throw. And that's pretty exciting just to see that on the first ball that was hit to him tonight.
Orlando saw him catch that ball, and he was running to make sure he was safe at first base. He barely made it.
Yeah, there's no way he thought that ball was going to ever be fielded.
Don Cooper, the pitching coach, at the mound to talk things over with the entire infield. Nick, let me take an ID here. I'm going to ask him another question. That's after a 10-second ID break. You listen to White Sox baseball on WLS AM 890. This is the Sox Radio Network.
WLS FM HD2 Chicago, proud home of the Chicago White Sox.
Virginia Station.
Alongside Darrin Jackson, Ed Palmer, U.S. Cellular Field. The home run off the bat of Salvador Perez has closed the gap to 5-3. White Sox. We're talking with the scouting director, Nick Hostetler. when you look at the talent that comes up and you look at the past 10 years, you see the involvement of players. They're much better when we sign them now than they were before.
Absolutely. They're bigger, stronger, faster, and our PD guys have done a great job of getting
those player development guys.
Absolutely.
Right?
They're getting Tim Anderson more consistent and making plays. He can make those plays, but now he makes the plays hit right at him.
And he's making the play at the big league level now.
Absolutely.
This is going to be eye-opening for this guy, just up from AAA. A double and a run scored in his first at-bat. Cuthbert almost walked into a fastball in the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. He has the tying run with a bat in his hand at home plate.
Want to quickly hit on this. As much as we can talk about the successes, and then there's the guys that you should and look at like a Joe Borchard and say he's got all the tools, but.
Yep. Yeah, we probably focus on those more than we do the guys that have had success. The guys that are out here playing, they probably eat away at us as scouts more than these guys, just because it's what did we miss? What was it? Is it something we could have done different? Could we have evaluated different? And I think if you stop analyzing yourself and evaluating yourself, you're going to fail.
Cross-checkers, they earn their money, don't they?
They absolutely do.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Chesler Cuthbert. Runner at first, Orlando, and the 1-2 in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. How much do you have a cross-checker go in and see a guy say in Chicago? 2 weeks later, you have another cross-checker come in and see the same player more than often.
More than often, yeah. We run multiple guys in and out. And I've got guys from Doug Lauman, Ed Peebley, Larry Monroe, all those guys that they've got more years of scouting than I do standing up straight. So
it's a great job, isn't it?
It is unbelievable.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Chesler Cuthbert, 2 outs. Sox leading 5-3. 6th inning, runner at first. Orlando goes, the pitch, a ball, and he'll make second base standing, uncontested, with a stolen base. For Orlando, he's got his 4th steal. He's not yet to be caught.
Guessing game for Paulo. He just took off on first move, and he guessed right.
He ran to second like he thought the count was 3-2.
He really did. It made me think that. I'm like, what are we doing here? Now it's 3-2.
There's now 3-2 with 2 outs. Orlando is not afraid. He won't run here, but not afraid to go to third either. The 3-2. High pop right side of the plate. That will go to the 5th level to a fan up there that wasn't really thinking about getting a baseball tonight. So the draft ends tomorrow. You've got all day here. All day and you'll be into the night, won't you?
Yeah, the draft ends tomorrow, and we actually start prep for 2017 on Monday.
There's some names on that list already, isn't there?
There absolutely is.
Youngest kid you've ever sent a card to?
Oh, probably a 13-year-old that I can remember. Yep. Yeah, 13-year-old young man.
Darrin, what was your age when you got one?
No. My first one was from a college when I was in 9th grade.
A strike 3 on the outside corner. Still gets Cuthbert looking. Hostetler plays. I know you're under the gun. Nice going. Let's get some players. You're signing White Sox bat here in the 6th inning, leading 5-3. We need more runs.
It won't hurt.
How about Nick Hostetler, the scouting director? Tomorrow's going to be a lengthy day for him and his troops.
Well, that's a fact.
First pitch in there for strike 1. This is J.B. Shuck leading it off. After Shuck, then Laurie and Avila to follow. The next 2 have hit back-to-back home runs, and this is the home run hitting inning for C.J. Wilson. Mazda, I'll tell you more. Our contestant, the 0-1, swinging a foul to the left side of our booth down there. I thought that might have been a play for Connor McKnight. Would you trust him down there catching in the baseball in front of you? Connor McKnight, would you trust him?
Would I?
Yeah.
No, I'd knock him out of the way and make the play.
I wouldn't do that.
I mean, get out of the way. Get out of. I'd do the same thing to you. Either one of you move.
You'd be hitting the deck over here. There's a swing and a line drive, diving to second baseman. Cologne can't get it. Shuck's got a single to open the 6th inning. Our contestant is Mike Danbicki from Des Plaines, Illinois. That's what I have here. Who will be playing our C.J. Wilson Mazda home run contest if the White Sox hit back-to-back home runs. Mike's going to win a Mazda 2016 Mazda 6 from C.J. Wilson Mazda. For complete rules, go to the contest page. Here it is at WLSAM.com. There's Laurie with the home run and a single so far tonight. We'll see if he can hit another home run. Sox leading 5-3 here in the 6th. Shuck and Hosmer talk things over at first base. Kennedy deals the first one. A running fastball inside for ball 1.
You know, for Brett, a big thing is obviously they've been working with him to slow down his quick take back. It's worked pretty well tonight. And he's going to have to remind himself to just slow it down, and sometimes until it becomes just something you don't have to think about, you do literally have to go, okay, slow the hands down. And then once you get into your swing, you stop thinking about it.
The 1-0 is swinging a double play ball. The second, Colon to short. Alcides Escobar jumping a run, threw it off the screen in front of the dugout. What was that all about?
Well, he
was Skippy.
Shuck sliding into him at second base, and Escobar with an off-balance throw because of it. Let's just say he did not throw with the proper foot forward.
No. And, you know, when you say just throw it somewhere near me, as Hosmer will say, that wasn't even close.
No.
Hosmer didn't put the glove up. He needed a net.
Yeah, no, he's like, forget about it.
I don't think the footwork for Escobar was great coming across the bag, but a scissor move around the slide of Shuck, you were right.
Yeah, he was a long way from second and received the throw running hard across the base, which is always going to mess up your timing.
Here's Avila, the last time up, his first home run. He hit it opposite field to left. Kennedy a look at first in the pitch outside, ball one.
Well, you mentioned the home run to left. It seems to me all season long, Alex has been trying to figure out that swing and get the timing on it, and he finally did. He's really kept his front shoulder closed, and trying to drive the ball out towards left center.
1 ball, no strikes. Kennedy's into that stretch, settles chest high. A look at first, and this pitch, that is indeed a strike. I'll check that. Didn't put the arm up. 2 balls, no strikes.
He gave you the fake shoulder.
He did. He faked me and gave me the shoulder. Five runs, 7 hits for us, 3 on 8 for the Kansas City Royals. We're in the 6th inning at U.S. Cellular. The temperature has finally reached to the 80s. It was in the 90s. It's 89. Swinging a long one to right. This is hammered on the line. Line drive home run. He's hit his second. Light it up. They do add 2 more. 7-3 Sox. That was a line shot out of here.
That just got out of here. Curling over the top of the fence. He threw a whole lot of top hand on that baseball. That is a line missile, and it looked like Avila made the adjustment. Instead of going the other way, he knew they were going to try and tie him up in, and he made the adjustment and turned on a fastball in the inside corner.
To say that was short, quick to the baseball, you watch the replay of this tonight when you get home on the news. He was short, and he was real fast to it. There's Garcia. That's the first, hopefully, of 3 home runs here in the C.J. Wilson home run hitting inning. Garcia could certainly go back-to-back with him. 1 ball, no strikes on Avi Garcia, the Sox right fielder. The 1-0. Swinging a high fly ball to right field. This is playable for Paulo Orlando. Under makes the catch. Another 2 outs for Tim Anderson.
Hey, Sox fans, join us as the White Sox host the Blue Jays Saturday, June 25th at 1:10. First 20,000 fans will receive a White Sox beach towel presented by Shark Week. Starting June 26th on Discovery. Purchase your tickets today by visiting whitesox.com or call 866-SOX-GAMES.
The inability to get a double play cost him at least 1 run in this inning.
Yep. Shark Week.
There's Anderson. That's low for ball 1 to Tim. Major League debut tonight. A double to show 40s, 1 for 2. And a run scored. First run that he's scored in his Major League career. There's the 1-0 to Tim. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. You said that ball just made the wall and right to the Avila hit. 350, they said the lineage was, the length of that going over the wall. That's about what the fence is there at that point.
It crawled over. 2
balls, no strikes on Anderson, the 2-0. Swinging a line drive, the center field, base hit. He's got a 2-hit night here in the big leagues.
Is it that easy? For some.
For him it is tonight.
Ned Yost on a slow stroll towards the mound.
He is looking at the bullpen. His team is down 7-3. And usually when he comes out, so does the pitcher, and he's made the move to the bullpen. It's going to be at 3 and Kennedy. The break's a minute and 5 for the pitching change. You're listening to White Sox baseball on WLS AM 890, and this is your White Sox radio network. 7-3 Sox lead.
Hear White Sox baseball here on the WLS White Sox Radio Network.
At Country Financial, we want to know.
Tonight. Brought to us by the Community Hospital in Munster, Indiana. Whoa. Just crushing them. We got 4 Yakatows tonight.
Yakos?
Yakatow.
Yeah, home runs, 4 of them. 2 by Avila's got half of them, so and Osmer having a good time tonight, aren't they?
Well, you know, if you're talking about individually, yeah. Hosmer's saying, hey, this is kind of fun, but he's losing, so he's not jumping up and down about it.
So the leadoff man's at home plate. Adam Eden with 2 down and a runner at first. That's Tim Anderson. Do you let him run here with a score of 7-3?
Yes.
Turn him loose. Coach Aver will look over his shoulder at first with 2 outs. Eden at home plate. There's a throw over to first. At least that's Coach Aver just wants to see if he's going to give something away. We had Nick Hostetler, scouting director for the White Sox, with us. And would you show Nick Hostetler what I got for you?
No, but you're talking about scouting and drafts, and you've got this this copy of the scouting report on Sandy Koufax, or Sanford Koufax.
Yes. That pitch is swinging strike, 0-1 now on Adam Eden. What does it say on that card? It's changed. That card's changed dramatically since the, the early 50s, late 40s?
1954.
Yeah.
Out of the University of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
6'2", 200 pounds.
Basketball player there also.
Arm A+, fielding A-, hitting A-. Hitting? Yeah, it says here he was a great hitter.
Scouts give some lineage there. They give some length to what's going on. Here's the 0-1. A swing and a miss, 0-2. I don't think baseball was big in college at that time. Not what is it today.
Well, I don't. You know what? You'll have to explain that to me, because at that time, baseball was America's pastime.
Yeah.
So I would assume that would be everywhere.
People coming back from World War II in the late 40s. And,
well, this was 54.
Yeah, I understand. And they're coming back. And I don't, I wasn't alive then, so I was alive in 54 for sure, but I just don't know what went on as far as signability, because that card tells me A's, and I don't know what that means. I know what it means in school. If it's an A-, that's not as good as an A.
They graded it differently there. It says speed A. It says very good prospect, also very good hitter, has averaged 16 strikeouts per game this season. That's Ed Farmer-like.
It was in college. Here's the 0-2 to Adam Eden. You struck him out swinging, and that's going to be it for the Sox. The White Sox do get a couple of runs this inning on a 2-1 homer by Avila. Surrounding that, a couple of hits. The White Sox now have 9 hits, 7 runs. As we go to and the first pitch. That's a strike called 0-1. All triple plays are brought to you by the Xfinity X1, or by Xfinity X1. The X1 will change the way you experience TV. Sale deals the 0-1. A swinging strike 0-2. They love to hit the fastball. The breaking pitch, that's another story.
Question
is that Dick Hauser?
No, I think it's Whitey Herzog, actually. Then Dick Hauser came in after, I believe. Could be wrong.
The 0-2 pitch down and in, just missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You go with Hauser, I'll go with Herzog.
You may be right with that. I don't know, because I know Hauser got sick. And that pitch outside. That once was 0-2, now is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The question is, who managed the Royals to their first pennant in 1980?
White Sox have Zachary, Warming in the bullpen and left is Jennings. Here's a swing and a line drive, base hit to left field. Was that a breaking pitch or a changeup?
Yeah.
Or a combination?
We're both wrong. Jim Fry. Boom!
Yeah, there you go. Jim Fry came from the Orioles. Zach Putnam is Warming alongside Jennings.
Jim Fry, my first big league manager.
How'd you like him? Dry sense of humor.
Okay.
How was he?
Excuse me?
Folks, I'm going to ask him anyway, even though he doesn't want to answer. Each team has 9 hits. How was Jim Fry as a manager?
You know, I think his record was okay.
There's a swing and a line drive to the left. This is trouble. That's going to get down and hit the wall. And to third base with no problem is Colon. It's a double for the leadoff man, Merrifield, and the Royals are rolling. That's 10 hits. They trail 7-3. And Sale is not sailing along like he was. Remember, he had Colon down with 2 strikes. Yep. And Colon reached on a single to center.
I'll say this. That Merrifield can hit.
Yes, he can.
I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or baby butts about it. He can swing the bat.
If you're going to get him, you're going to have to pitch him in to explore the outside corner.
I don't know. I mean,
one of the two is going to work.
He's hit pitches in, no problem. One was inside, maybe even a ball. He hit it into center field.
And the ball right there was center cut down the middle.
Oh, it was a good swing. I know
yes,
that.
It was.
He's not missing him. It looks like he's swinging the bat that's got a flat side to it.
That's his 8th double since coming up.
Yeah, no, he's doing a nice job. And, 108 pitches thrown for Chris Sale to this point. And now he's out here with a couple of men on and some problems.
He's got Alcides Escobar at home plate, who loves the first pitch. Mindful of that, Sale with the pitch, swung and a miss, strike 1.
You mentioned mindful of that. Yeah. He just reached back and said, good luck.
One the count on Alcides Escobar. A ball to Frazier. Does he go home with it if Colon starts running to home plate? That's my question.
Absolutely, but Colon shouldn't be running if it's hit to third base or first base.
1-1 the count. They play up at the corners, back up the middle. The 1-strike pitch to Escobar high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And as a base runner at third base, what you have to do to make sure that you don't go on one back to the pitcher, first baseman or third baseman, is you visualize a landing spot out there in front of home plate where you visualize angles where if it hits here, 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 you can go. That's what you're looking at. If it hits out in these areas, it's past the mound, it's past the, I can take off.
1 ball, 1 strike. Alcides Escobar waits the 1-1 in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. That's 111 pitches.
Well, both pitchers in the bullpen are ready. I think Robin Ventura is leaning on the side of Chris Sale, being responsible for his own base runners out there.
A home run gets him within 1. It's 7-3 White Sox. Runners at second and third. Sale wants a ground ball back to him. 7th inning, Sox up by a slam. And the pitch swung on and fouled out of play to the right. Still got something left in the tank.
One thing that you have to know about the Royals and certain guys in this lineup, like Escobar, that's a 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and he hasn't thrown him one like that in this at-bat. But these Royals hitters are always ready for top-speed fastballs to at least fight them off. That's what makes them tough outs. They don't just get blown away with heaters.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Escobar waits. Runners at second and third. The 2-2. Swinging a line shot. Anderson goes off his glove in the left field. That gets 1 run home. And now it's a 3-run lead at 7-4. And 3 hits in the inning.
That was a line shot with Anderson diving towards the hole. And his glove just above the ground as he was parallel to it. Just deflected it. Not much he can do except for give it everything he had like that.
Ventura to the mound, and that may be it for Chris Sale. On a hot night, Sale leaves. He departs in search of his 10th win with 113 pitches. That breaks him.
What we're looking for right here is the double play.
2 of his last 3 outings have gone 2 innings. And he comes into this game trying to get some outs here in the 7th. No outs, 3 hits straight. They've scored a run at 7-4 White Sox with runners at first and third. And danger at home plate, Eric Hosmer. Jennings from the high scent deals the first one. Swinging a high fly ball left center field. A play for Cabrera by the warning track makes the catch. And attacking at third, Merrifield coming home. They'll score a run. It's now a 2-run ball game, 7-5 White Sox. Sacrifice fly RBI. Ventura going back to the bullpen. He may want Putnam. He's looking in that direction. He's yet to say that. He's going to the pen for Putnam. Jennings throws 1 pitch, gets an out. He will depart. We'll see in a break of 1:05. You listen to White Sox baseball on WLS, AM 890, and this is the Sox Radio Network, 7-5 White.
Like weddings, corporate parties, you name it. For more information.
Birthdays?
Sure. For more information, 312-674-1000. Yeah, birthdays, I'm sure.
Anniversaries?
Yeah. Got there, and that's a beautiful place.
Sir Mark Zuckert.
On a nice hot day, sit up there, tip back that little glass of champagne, and boom! Hello! In the cool air conditioning, and you take it all in.
The 7-5 White Sox, and Lorenzo Cain is at home plate. He represents the tying run. At first base is Alcides Escobar. And Cain trying to tie the game. Make no mistake about that. He's trying to hit a homer. The pitch to Cain. Down the middle, strike one. When you're pitching, you don't care about that. You know it exists. You make the pitch in the right area. That's all you can do.
Wait a minute. You don't care about what?
That he can hit a home run.
Oh,
you're not out there saying, you know what, this guy can hit a home run. No.
Well, if you're doing that, you're not throwing strikes.
Not exactly right. What you want is a double play ball to bail us out for Sale. But the look at first. There's a swing and a line drive to center field. That's going to get down in front of Eden. And Cain jogs to first base with yet another hit. And now the tying runs at first. This is something we've seen before.
Yes, it is.
And this is where we want the line to stop. And Don Cooper, the pitching coach, to the mound. He's trotting out there.
Yes, he is. Nothing wrong with his knee.
No.
Hey, Sox fans, join us as the White Sox host the Minnesota Twins Thursday, June 30th at 1:10. First 10,000 fans will receive a free Adam Eaton t-shirt presented by the Village of Bedford Park. Bring your business home to Bedford Park and win big. 866 Sox Games, how you get your tickets. You know, on Sundays, we have Selfie Sundays, Ed?
Yes.
Okay.
If you bring a friend with you, it'd be him taking a selfie or her.
Well, that'd be a picture
of you.
day. That'd be
would be a picture
day. That's not a selfie.
Let me finish.
That's the 12th. Get your tickets for Selfie Sunday. They got specially priced packages that are available. Visit WhiteSox.com/Selfie Sunday.
You take a lot of selfies, do you?
Absolutely not.
There's a pitch swinging and missing. Kendrys Morales. He's 0 for 3. He batted in the 6th. We're in the 7th, and he struck out. Only one out. Runners at first and second. Have 4 hits in this inning. The lone out of sacrifice fly off the bat of Hosmer. There's 3 runs batted in, 2 scored in this game. Of the 5 they possessed to the Royals. Pickoff move at second. The throw there. Close didn't get him. Close. And Anderson was right there to get the throw. Slapped down the tag on Alcides Escobar.
Very athletic move right there by Putnam to turn.
That was a lot closer than I thought, partner.
Turn and fire that almost right on Escobar.
1-1 the count. Morales, the left-handed batting designated hitter, takes that one low. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's a switch batter from the left side. He's hitting a .164. What does that mean in this situation? Nothing.
You know, that, and your point to that is, with every pitch, every at bat, anything can happen.
Exactly right.
So to sit here and think that just because he's been hitting whatever 100 and something all season, no, that can change with one swing.
The 1-1, a swing and a miss. 1-2. This is how fragile the lead is right now. The tying run is at first base. The go-ahead run has a bat in his hand.
Yes.
The White Sox came to this inning leading 7-3. It's now 7-5.
Well, one thing we've learned about Kansas City is they're not going to stop playing.
No, you win the World Series, you're not quitting.
I don't think Ned Yost is sitting there over there going, oh, man, the game's over.
Sox need a double play ball from Morales. And the 1-2 to Kendrys. Low, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, it's amazing how, you know, you get to the 7th, you get to the 8th, you get to the 9th. In close games, the pressure just keeps building and mounting like a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of times, and you say this, it's the team that has the lead that's feeling more pressure.
No question. It's almost like they're not wanting to give up the lead instead of thinking, I got to get outs. This is how I'm going to get them. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 7th inning. Royals batting. 2 on, 1 out. The pitch struck him out swinging. So Morales is retired on strikes, and here's Salvador Perez.
Now Avila out to talk to Putnam, as he's been back there all game and has an idea probably of how they've approached Salvador Perez to this point, and make sure they're on the same page, what they need to do to get him out.
Remember, Perez is a catcher. He's going to think along with our catcher and our pitcher of what he expects on certain counts. And he may take a strike to start it. Usually he swings at the first pitch.
Yeah, I'm envisioning him doing just that. Ready to go on the first pitch. So don't be laying no fastballs right down the middle to him.
A lot of times batters like this will take a strike, or they'll swing at one if it's even close. And Putnam deals the first one. Foul strike one. That pitch was out of the strike zone. Up and out.
No, I think it might have caught the outside corner, but as you described it, up and out, and it was a changeup.
Had some movement on it at the end, didn't it?
Yeah, good movement. But, you know, these Royals are a bunch of hitters that when you get men on base, men in scoring position, they don't think there's a reason to really take.
No.
They're in swing mode. They're looking for a ball to hit.
Here's the 0-1 to Perez. Inside, just a smidge, 1-1. 7 runs, 9 hits for the Sox, 5 on 12 for these Royals. That one just missed, by the way. Putnam from the set. A look at second at Escobar in the 1-1. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 1-2.
First base umpire is Chris Cuccione.
Yeah.
He was with that hand in a hurry. Yes, you went. Don't even think about you did. I didn't think he did, but that's a different story. I'm not the one making the call. You thought he did?
Yeah, by a mile.
Well, let's just agree to disagree.
1 ball, 2 strikes. As a for a pitcher, they all go. You know that.
Yeah.
2 outs, runners at first and second. The pitch of the game right now from Putnam. Here it is. Low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Guess what? Now the next one's going to be the pitch of the game.
Yeah, well, obviously every pitch here on out for the White Sox is the pitch of the game in a situation where they can tie it or take the lead.
Looking at the White Sox 7th, the top bottom half of this inning, Abreu, Cabrera, and Frazier are due up. First things first, get out Perez. Deuce or wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Sox leading by 2 at 7-5. Putnam from the extended set deals the 2-2. Perez check swing. He fouled it, I believe, at home plate. He's out on strikes as the first base umpire. He did not foul it. Putnam comes in and puts out the fire with 2 strikeouts and a single and a sacrifice fly. They do get 2 runs in this inning on 4 hits, and they leave a pair of Stanford.
Well, I thought it might have been Kane, because he was over there tossing his helmet after the first base umpire rung him up. But no, Perez is still in there.
Yeah.
Kane's still in there.
But maybe
Dale Swain, the
Dale
hitting
Swain
coach,
got the gate. That's what they say, showing him the gate.
Yeah, open it for him, walk on through it, bye-bye, don't come back in my yard.
Sale, 6 innings plus 3 batters, 11 hits, 5 runs, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, and 3 homers. Sale threw 113 pitches, 75 in the strike zone. Pitch to Abreu, fouled off the umpire, and that got him. And Perez will help up Chad Fairchild, the home plate umpire.
Looked like it got him right off the right collarbone shoulder area. Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Ouch.
May have caught the edge of the mask. That did not slow it down.
By the way, it's time for today's grab of the game, brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. It's Miller time. I'm going to give it to Tim Anderson and his effort up the middle. Spinning, throwing, and just not getting the runner. But he grabbed that grab, showed his range.
Certainly did. Abreu at home plate, waiting for the next one. Swinging a line drive, right center field. That's a hit. Orlando took a bad route to it. This ball goes to the fence into second base with a double as Jose Abreu. That was not a good route to that ball.
No, that was the circular route. I'll cut straight across, then I'll make a circle back to it. He literally overran it, but he misjudged how hard that ball was hit. That's all it comes down to. He thought that was a little flare. He cut across thinking, I'll play this on a hop. That thing hit the ground, and it was by him like a locomotive going through the station.
Don't they stop at the station?
Not this one.
No,
going
that one was
through.
going. That one was headed to the West Coast.
Oh, man.
White Sox now have 10 hits, lead 7-5. There's Melky Cabrera, the milkman, with a home run tonight, a walk and a strikeout. O'Shaver will look at second. And now the deal to Melky. Swinging to follow the play, strike one. I like this. He knows he's coming with a fastball, jump on it.
Well, I don't like that he fouls off over the third base dugout.
That's bad.
When you need to get the runner over. You know, this is one of those times where you're talking about what kind of effort are you getting from your hitter. His job is to get the runner over. And that was a big swing. He was late on the ball. He's not thinking just get him over.
0-1, a swing and a high fly ball, left center field. This is a long run for Merrifield. He backs up, makes the catch. Abreu went back and tagged. The throw coming in, going to be close. He is safe at third base. He's saying he touched him on the way by his Cuthbert. And if he did, I didn't see it, because if he tagged him, it was phantom at best. He may have tagged him on the way by.
I'm going to tell you, he caught that ball as Abreu was just running right by him. And if he caught it, he could have caught him and tagged him at the same time.
Yes, he could have. I think he may be right. We're going to look at this one.
That was a heck of a throw by Merrifield, that's for sure.
I don't think he tagged him.
That's going to be tough from that angle.
If that's what the angle is, it doesn't show that. It's not a conclusive spot.
What a throw from Merrifield.
That one shows that he was out.
I didn't see that on that one. I thought it was more on the other one. It looked close.
No, he tagged him with the webbing of his glove.
No, I don't see it from one angle.
Well, we know this. Abreu didn't think he tagged him.
No. And you know what I was talking about, the effort of getting the runner over by hooking the ball?
Yeah.
2 swings from Melky, and he hit the ball on the left side of the field. And they're saying he's out, so they saw a better view than we did.
He's out 7-5.
Melky not really looking like he was trying to get on his right side, hook the ball, and get around it. He just let the ball get deep and drove it the other way. Good effort. I'm going to tell you this now. I appreciate the effort by Abreu trying to advance on a ball that he thought was deep enough to do so. But, you know, that unfortunately was a nice throw by Merrifield.
2 outs on one play. Here's Frazier. That's low for ball 1. Todd, tonight, here's how it works. 2 ground outs, make that 3 ground outs, 2 to the third baseman. The Angels hosting the Indians. Second inning, 5-1 Cleveland. Here's a swing and a pop-up behind home plate on play. 1 ball, 1 strike on Todd Frazier.
Frazier hitting at 210. A productive 210, let's say that.
He's got 19 homers.
Yeah. It's not just that. You know, he's got the runs batted in, and they've been big runs batted in. Mostly all of them have come when the White Sox needed some kind of boost from their offense.
Darrin, he's driven in 42 base runners. Yeah. That's best on the team. Jones warms in the bullpen and left. That one's called a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Treating both body and soul as unique, and it's uniquely loyal to medicine. We treat the human spirit. That slider was a big one. He also, Gochaver also has a cut fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Frazier, and the 1-2 called at home plate.
Frazier has a swing, and I'll call it an adjustable swing. He can start after a fastball, but then adjust and slow things down and reach out a little further and still hit the slower pitches like that curveball at 80 miles an hour. He got just enough to stay alive.
He leaves one of those up. He'll hit his 20th home run.
That's it.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the 1-2. High, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that was that cutter you were talking about, or slider.
Yeah, so his cutter goes about 2 inches. That's about it. Slider has some depth to it, but it goes across and then down like an inch. His does anyway. I think that cut fastball has made him a better pitcher. The 2-2 to Frazier. Swinging a line drive to left. That was buggy whip. Darrin, you talk about hands being back all the time. That would be a poster boy for that. The way he hit that baseball.
Right. He swatted it, let's say that. The body goes one way, the hand's another. No problem for him to hit that slider that was on the outside corner. Just hooked it with authority. You mentioned if he left it up, the breaking ball. Well, that was up and away where he likes it.
Yeah. You know, you talk about his plate coverage all the time, and you say how good it is. That was defined by that swing.
Yeah.
The ball was well away from him.
He looks fooled, but it's just not the case.
Here's Shuck. Last time up, a single to center field. Right center it was. That's high for ball one.
White Sox now trailing the Royals by 1 hit. They have 11.
We have a dozen, and I just saw George Jacobs down there.
Yeah.
He's got company with the Jackets anyway.
Yeah, that guy's creeped closer to him.
There's a throw over the first. Frazier just in time.
Well, he was walking quickly away from first when Hochevar threw over there. He was still moving towards second. That was a close play over there.
Do you think those two guys down there in the M&M Jackets are discussing where they got? It's 90. Here's a swing and a pop-up foul behind the play. It's almost 90 degrees. They're both wearing coats.
You know, that's a good point. A rational person may decide to take those off, and I'm saying half the people in this ballpark, you know, are half dressed.
You know, George's jacket may have been that color that the guys got on next to him, but through the amount of wear, it's faded just about 3 colors.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is 7-5 Sox leading here in the 7th with 2 outs. There's a ground ball to second. Cologne has it. The throw to first. That's going to be it for Shuck and the White Sox. No runs, 2 hits, an unusual double play.
Big John, huh? Threw it right to us as we get to work here in the top of the 8th inning with Nate Jones coming into this ball game to pitch in relief of Putnam. Here's the numbers for Nate: 2 wins, 1 loss in 26 games. He also has a save. His earned run average at .288. He's given up 8 runs in 25 innings. He's on to face Orlando, Cuthbert, and Cologne, all right-handed batters against our right-handed hard thrower.
There's Orlando. The pitch to Paolo, a bunt, third base side. Frazier read it, gets up, throws the first, got him. Got the ball out of his glove quickly. And getting up was Jones. He hit the deck as the throw went over his head.
Jones was thinking about, I can make that play, was falling all over the place. I think he was quite surprised to see his third baseman basically standing on the pitcher's mound throwing that ball to first as Frazier, wow, showing some reaction time and quickness to field that one and tell Orlando, don't try that on me.
What you see at third base is when they move the bat, they're that early,
Yeah.
You know they're bunting. He read that perfectly. There's Cuthbert, the third baseman. Chesler takes ball 1. It's Chesler, not Chester.
No,
Chesler.
No. Nobody suggested it was Chester, but you.
I put it out there for the fans.
Okay.
We're in the 8th inning. Tell you about the save opportunities brought to you by ComEd.
I'll tell you about that play Frazier made, how much fun it is on defense to make plays like that. And just go, you know, don't try that. Get away from me with that.
I've got Putnam going 2/3 of an inning with a couple of strikeouts. Jennings going 1/3.
Yep.
On 1 pitch. The 2-0. Make it 3-0. 1 out. Nobody on. Soon there might be. Mention the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program. All save opportunities are brought by them. They're offering a $100 rebate on select smart thermostats. Visit ComEd.com/rebates. The 3-0. That's a strike, 3-1. Jones fastball somewhere between 95 and 100.
Generally, that's exactly right. Right at about 97. That last pitch was 97.
1 out, bases clear, 7-5 Sox, 8th inning, and the 3-1. Swinging a chop up the middle, play for Laurie. Flips backhand to first. Did he get him? Yeah! Hang a star on it. He took away a hit up the middle and wound up over at shortstop when the throw was delivered to first base.
We're talking about some spectacular defense taking place. Frazier on the great play on the bunt from Orlando who could fly. You have our second baseman, Laurie, throwing the ball as quickly as possible from behind second base in center field. We already saw the range of Anderson up the middle, and if we're going to have this kind of defense and this kind of range, good luck getting balls through this infield.
That's the White Sox smart play of the game, and that's brought to you by the Village of Oak Lawn. Auto Dealers. The smart play for car buyers. Go to the Village of Oak Lawn Auto Dealers. And that one is up and in for ball one. And that's a fact.
That is factual.
You know, brings us to facts. Brought to you by the Sprinkler Fitters Local 281, saving lives since 1901. They're just swinging a liner out of play to the right. 1 ball, 1 strike on Christian Colon. When you know that the shortstop has that kind of range and you're playing second base, you don't have to play one way or another. You can play, if he's playing way over to the third base side of short, you move over towards the middle of the diamond. Conversely, if he's playing towards second, you can move over towards first. That's for the second baseman. He almost walked into that one. That Colon. The count 2-1 on the Royals' second baseman. Sox leading here in the 8th, 7-5. Jones deals the 2-1. A swing and a little humpback line drive to short. That'll do it for the Royals. Jones comes in and gets
this. Soria, former closer. Joakim Soria comes in with a record of 2-2 and a .367 earned run average with a save.
There's a swing and a line drive to center. Kane has this one measured. No, almost didn't. What's going on there? That was almost a grill piece for Kane.
That ball was doing a little dance. Dun, 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 dun. And Kane went in, went back, and then ducked his head as if to say, man, don't hit the ball like that to me.
Hochevar an inning and a third tonight. They have a couple of hits in the 7th. One was erased on a 7-5 double play as Abreu tagged at second and went to third. And then the throw from Merrifield was right. Was right to the third baseman to give him a swipe tag on the way by. – 7-5 Sox lead. There's a strike thrown. Alex Avila.
You know, and looking at that play with Abreu getting tagged, the only thing you could have done differently was slide.
There's one that took the catcher's mask off. Perez. It's just the umpire can have another baseball. The umpire goes, put your mask back on. I'm throwing this one in the pitch now.
You know, Abreu tagging, running, and not sliding at third base. Looked like he almost felt because the throw was inside. The third baseman was inside him towards the infield grass, not receiving a throw from the outfield side, as if he thought he was just going to run right by that play. And instead, if he does a little slide, hook slide effort, no problem. He's in there.
1-2 the count on Avila with 2 homers tonight. And that one's in the dirt. The ball bounced away from Perez. He tells the umpire, you throw that one in and I'll throw this one out. Got some talent behind home plate. Gold glove winner also. Maybe even a platinum glove. Because he's got the chest protector. I think if you wear all the rolling stuff or the gear, they give you another move up from gold glove.
They changed what kind of
no idea what
leaf they're going to put on there. Instead of gold leaf, it's platinum leaf.
No, I don't know if it's just a leaf.
Oh, gotcha.
The next one, a swing and a miss. And Avila's out on strikes. We're a minute before 10. It's time for a legal ID. We're back at 10 seconds. Listen to White Sox baseball on WLS AM 890. This is the Sox Radio Network. 7-5 White Sox.
WLS FM HD2 Chicago. Proud home of the Chicago White Sox.
Cumulus Station.
Jimmy Lucas, James Lucas is our engineer here. James, another great job tonight. Thanks. We look forward to doing it again as we celebrate the birthday of one Paul Zarang. Dave Zlowski is up here with us from the WLS studios in downtown Chicago. He's one of our many bosses on this radio broadcast. It's certainly not a two-man job, as Darrin and I will tell you firsthand. Jonathan Bregman works in the LS studios in downtown Chicago. It's a combination coming from everyone with WLS, from everybody who sells this radio station to the people who manage it. Here's a line drive to left base hit for Garcia.
They call him Little Davey Zeslowski. That's what I heard. So they call him at the studio. I don't know why. Known him since he was a kid, I guess.
So Avila at first. White Sox stolen bases are brought to you by White Castle. Chicago bring the zing with White Castle's jalapeno cheese slider. We'll get cheesy with the classic American. And I don't think David wrote that one.
No, I'm going with no.
Here's another look at Tim Anderson, who has 2 hits in his major league debut, a double and a single tonight.
Well, the double was a fastball in, and he turned on it. I mean, the barrel of that bat got through the strike zone in a hurry.
Slightly open stance, spread out in that right-handed batter's box.
His base hit was on a changeup. He hit that right over the pitcher's head.
The 1-0, a swing and a high pop-up down the right field line. A long run for the right fielder, Orlando, and it runs out of room. The only way that is caught is if it hits a bird that's flying by a player, that is. It's caught by a player. There's no wind tonight blowing in this direction, and it's not going to affect that thing. Temperature right now is 87 degrees.
So you're taking my line, huh?
Well, no, you said it would have to hit a pterodactyl.
I said a bird.
I think you said pterodactyl.
Some sort.
Yeah, pterodactyl.
Any kind that flew. Yeah. You said
pterodactyl. You used dodo bird yesterday.
Well, I heard good things about that bird.
Yeah, that's why they called them what they did. 1 ball, 1 strike. Garcia runs. A pitch thrown ball. The tag at second base is out stealing. There's 2-4 on the call. Stealing.
Hold on.
They're going to look at this one again.
Yeah.
Because if he was out, they tagged him faster than what we saw. He's out.
No, I don't know about that.
That was a slap tag by Colon.
Robin says, let's take a look-see at this one. That slide away looked like his big toe got there. It's pretty close, I know that. There might be a pile of dirt that was between his foot
there we go.
And the base.
I thought he was out. I hope he's safe, but I thought he was out.
I don't know. I'm going with I don't know. Can I go with I don't know?
Yeah, you could go with I don't know.
You know, I think this should be an official call. Okay? Stay with. Don't give me the look. He's giving me the look. All right. Don't give me the look. All right? He's not even looking at me now. He's not helping me out. But I'll say it anyway. This should be the official call. If you're sliding and there's a pile of dirt that accumulates between your shoe and the base, by extension, you're touching the base because you can't help that pile of dirt got there.
Well, evidently they called them out.
So get a 15 right here.
So you want 15 right here?
Right here.
You're going to take advantage of hopefully Merrifield at home plate. This guy can swing the bat. Sox lead by 2. Hits are even at 12. White Sox trying to win for the second time against Kansas City this season. That fastball misses, ball 1. How important do you think pitch 1 is for strike 1?
Well, it depends on the hitter to me. Certain guys it's important. Other guys, you know what? No, you got to be careful because they're first pitch hitters.
A 1-0, that's a strike. What a 1.
This guy, I just don't think it's an easy out. I don't care who's pitching or what the count is.
No, tried to influence the home plate umpire with that, turnaround, turn his shoulder in, thinking it was too close. He shows bunts it up the third base line. Robertson off the mound has it. Quick throw to first. Oh, he got him. He got him not once but twice. They got him on the tag and at first base on the throw.
Wow. Wow.
What a play by Abreu to get that throw, and now Ventura coming out to check on the health of one Jose Abreu.
You know, Abreu, but that was some spectacular play by Robertson.
Yep.
I mean, you want to talk about athletic. Full speed sprint grab like a shortstop throwing from down low. Yeah, it went into the runner a little bit, and this is where you got to be a man in the big leagues. If you're Abreu, you reach into that knowing you're about to get clipped by the runner, and you can only hope for the best. You can get your arm separated, your arm broken, and not the case, as he was smart enough to give with the contact, Ed.
Yep.
Oh, man, and tumbled by Merrifield after he was tripped up by the first baseman.
He got him with the tag and also had his foot on the base.
Wow.
He got him twice.
What a great play. And, another thing, what a nice heads-up effort by Merrifield, trying to get things going. He knows they're down by 2, and he tried to get on base any way he could.
Save opportunities are brought to you by ComEd Energy Efficiency Program. Reminding you that ComEd is offering a $100 rebate on select smart thermostats. Visit ComEd.com/rebates. So one out. Here's Alcides Escobar. Last time up, a single and a run batted in. For one of the few times I can't remember the last time I've seen him bat second. That's strike one from Robertson. Tomorrow, right back here, game 2, afternoon contest. The 0-1, Alcides. A chop to third, foul. And now the count 0-2 and room to work for David Robertson. Tomorrow, Connor McKnight will get us going at 12:35 for the pregame show. 103 lineups and the first pitch at 1:10. On the mound tomorrow for the White Sox, lefty Jose Quintana. Chris Young will pitch for these Royals. Please join us. Come to the ballpark. Keep it tuned to WLS Radio and the Sox Radio Network. That one missed by a foot. 1 ball, 2 strikes. White Sox leading 7-5 here in the 9th. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch is swinging a little looper in the center field. Here comes Eaton. He makes the catch. They're down to their last out.
I'll mark it down yet.
Nope.
We had this last night down to the last out, and then it became very interesting. And of course, seems you always got to try and do it against the hottest guy in the lineup.
Oh, yeah. There's Hosmer with 2 homers and pitch high for ball 1.
Fans on their feet, and they have been for the last few games, any and all of them that have been in attendance.
Sox leading 7-5, 2 outs, 9th inning. The pitch that's high. 2 balls, no strikes. Dangerous territory right here.
Nice crowd in attendance tonight, and mostly all of them still sitting here.
Yep.
Well, in this case, standing.
The 2-0 to Hosmer, taking all the way, took strike 1, 2-1 now. White Sox trying to go to 31-30 and make the Kansas City Royals a 500 ball club at 30-30. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Everybody up, as Darrin said here at U.S. Cellular, and the 2-1. Swinging a liner out of play to the left. They're down to their last strike. The ones that weren't up are now up. I'll tell you that. Of the 23,000 plus tonight. Robertson from the set with the bases clear. The 2-2 pitch. Struck him out swinging. Sox win. Sox win. For the second time this year, they beat the Kansas City Royals. The final 7-5 White Sox. The save to Robertson is 15. Sale is the first 10-game winner in the big leagues. Moves to 10-2. Kennedy, the loser, at 4-5. The game was played at basically 3 hours flat. The Sox come home. Yesterday, they beat the Washington Nationals. Tonight, they make it 2 wins in a row by beating Kansas City on 4 home runs tonight for the White Sox. 7 runs, a dozen hits for the Sox. They left 4, 5 runs, 12 hits for the Royals. They stranded 7. The next broadcast tomorrow afternoon from right here at U.S. Cellular. We're giving away the Hawaiian shirts tomorrow. Make your plans to be with us for White Sox baseball. It'll be Chris Young pitching for Kansas City. Jose